I love that I went the opposite way. Usually I comment when I don't watch the full TikTok because I think it's like in favor of me. I'm like, oh my God.
And then the end is like.
Yeah, no, it's actually just like this horrible thing. Like Trisha's a horrible human being. And I was like, oh, I thought I was like, so I'm always like, thanks for the love. And I'm like, oh, because I'm like, Trisha Paytas is selling out shows. Why do people forgive her? She's horrible. And I was like, thank you. Ew, you're disgusting. You're an ugly dog piece of human.
But I saw that you can finally announce the big role that you've been keeping secret.
Her name is Trish, she's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink, hot topic queen, and says what everybody thinks, she's just Trish.
Hello, and welcome back to your favorite podcast and God's favorite podcast. We're in God's country. We're in Just Trish land. And as you can tell by his laugh, Oscar is here. Why wouldn't he be here? Well, there's a list of reasons. He's very busy.
I think you're busier than me. I don't know why you're trying to. Yeah.
I think you're busier.
No, I don't know why you're saying that as if you just didn't get back today from your world tour.
World tour is wild. But we did go to Canada, so
yeah,
technically.
Exactly.
Yes. By the way, we're speaking of world tour. Speaking of world tour, Justin Timberlake's world tour really did get canceled. Did you see that? You remember how he got pulled over and he's just like, this is gonna mess up the world tour, and now the world tour is messed up.
Well,
did you see? He like, what did he ban? He banned like Lollapalooza or something like that.
Lollapalooza Brazil. He asked for it not to be filmed because I think they were live streaming it. Because I saw clips of like Nessa Barrett, I saw clips of Olivia Rodrigo, but no Justin Timberlake. I guess he asked to not be filmed, allegedly because of low attendance, but I don't know if that's true. You know, the Twitter accounts, the top accounts, they kind of just say things.
Because really, who is buying tickets to Justin Timberlake in 2025? I'm buying tickets to Nessa Barrett. I sang Olivia Rodrigo last night. But if you want tickets to the Eras of Trish tour, we're on the road again. We are going again this Thursday night to Cleveland, Ohio, and Cleveland, please show up. We do have some tickets left. It's about 90% capacity, but we need to sell this out because this is considered my hometown show. I have 40 family members going to be there. I'm going to put on the show of my life. I have to brag. I have to show off. I have to be like, look at me, superstar. And every show I've gone so far has made me feel like that. My sister's dad was at the show this week, who I haven't seen since I was literally like 12 years old. And I put on the show of a lifetime because he worked at our local Byron Civic Theater and he used to build the sets. And my uncle was the directors and I never got casted. So my stepdad was working on the sets and my uncle was the director and I never got casted. So I sang like there was no tomorrow. And then I called him out and I was like, hey, why did I never get casted? Because did you hear all that applause? And then he's like, I don't know. And his poor dad, he's like 70. He's probably like, I don't know. He was sweet though.
Very
and he
White
came.
Lotus.
Yeah, it was very that. No, I loved him. And we gave him a good shout out. And everyone cheered for him. They were hyped. Didn't even know my sister's dad, but they're like, wow. Like they were so excited. So anyways, this is going to be the most important show of my life. So please come, Cleveland. There's still some tickets left. Then we'll be in Cincinnati. That sold out within like 5 minutes. That was like the fastest selling one. And then we're not going to Charleston. We're going to Charlotte. I keep saying Charleston. We're going to Charlotte, North Carolina. Back to North Carolina, which I'm so excited. I wish we were going back to Virginia because they had really good chicken and waffles. But I'm going to try different things at the cookout. Someone told me I should do quesadillas. So I'm going to try that this time. It's a fun tour, you guys. Eras of Trish just continues. And yes, we just got back today from Connecticut, which it might be the furthest you can get in the U.S., right? Is that like the furthest?
Yeah.
I think it's above New York.
It is, right?
Because we had to take a PJ. We had to take a PJ, which, PJ problems, let me tell you.
I love when people who don't usually take PJs, by the way, a tangent, take a PJ because y'all, the photos, it was like Callie, Jeremy, Trisha, everyone had a different like Instagram, like the 10-slide Instagram story in the PJ. Like I could tell you guys were living. It was
cut to me on that love line being like, it's so cringy when people take photos. I told Tiana, I'm like, I'm not, even when we got there, I was like doing a photo by, I'm like, that's so cringe. I'm not going to be that person. But you know, you only do it once. It was actually my sister's first time. She wasn't going to come because her family's in North Carolina. So she was staying in North Carolina. And then I get a knock on my door at like 8:45 a.m. She's like, I'm going to come. I was like, okay, I guess like her and Jeremy figured out a way to come. So they came. It was my photographer Naz's first time. Then we have the people who are like always fly private jets, like Lamb and like Cedric did it with Erica Jane. So they're like, this is how it is in a PJ. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay. I did it once with Jeffree Star. And, you know, I don't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't want to do it. I'd rather take a commercial, but to get to Connecticut, there's no direct flights to Connecticut. Then to get to this casino, it's like another hour and a half. And then like even coming back today, we had to do a layover. There was no direct LA flights. Like, It's so hard to get to this place, but it was cool. So I wanted to take a tour bus, and we had a tour bus, but then they got booked for a bigger tour, so they take the one with more dates. So we didn't get our tour bus.
Damn, that therapist. He took your therapist.
He might have. Was he in Connecticut this weekend? You know who was in Connecticut? David Arquette. He was on my sister's flight back to Raleigh. So I don't know. Everyone was in Connecticut apparently. Maybe it was therapist Chris Olsen. Check who was there. Trixie and Katya, maybe they were in Raleigh.
Oh my God, you're right. Maybe they took the tour bus.
Someone took that tour bus, and then we had to get on a PJ that was triple the cost of everything. And I was like, oh my gosh. But they're like, don't worry, it's going to land so close to the casino. It's like 10 minutes away. Perfect. We got on. He's like, oh, did no one tell you there was a big accident at the airport? And we're like, well, what? He's like, all the electrical is out. Like, but I'll try and land it there. There's no lights, but we'll try and land it there. And I was like, okay, but like, be safe about it, whatever. And then we get in the air, and then the flight attendant was like, yeah, we can't because there's like a truck crashed into the electric poles, and then the gates wouldn't open. Like, yeah, everything was just down. So like we had to go to Providence, Rhode Island. So now that's like an hour and a half away from the Foxwoods Casino. So it defeats the purpose of this PJ. Honestly, we could have just done this economy to get here. And so then we were a little late, whatever. But we made it work, and it was great. It was our first time at a casino. They took me on a private golf cart backstage. It was like all these little tunnels to get to my room. I felt they had a ton of security. Oh my God, like security woke me up at like 5 a.m. this morning, and there was like 5 guys escorting me at 5 a.m. No one's in the casino except for old people. And they were like escorting me through. But I felt like Elvis Presley. I felt really cool. It was a vibe. It was a vibe last night. They were very loud and very cool. They had Jumbotrons, which we never had. So you could see, you know, when you go, probably Taylor Swift has it. So you can see her like live. Yeah. We never have that because we play like smaller theaters. So this was like weird. This one had a cool LED screen, and then they had the Jumbotron, so like I was giving more with my facial expressions, and then when I talked to people in the audience, it would like cut to someone in the audience. It was really cool. It was very high tech. I guess they're doing it at the Greek too, but it was actually one of my favorite places. We had people from Belgium at the meet and greet, and people were flying from all over the world, so it was a world tour. And I just got back today, and we were taking jets and planes and everything to get here, and we're here, and it's late, so if it feels a little froggy, that's why we're just a little bit out of it. But you look great. You look like a golfer. Oh, did I say that we're at the Airs of Trish? Did I say to get your tickets?
Yes.
Cleveland. Show up. And we also should promote, before we get into your cute outfit, we should promote our Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Patreon.com/JustTrish.
I've been seeing clips and people. There's a lot of talk about the last episode.
Who's clipping it? We need to report it because it's supposed to be behind a paywall. Go to Patreon.
There's a lot of talk about the last episode.
There's a lot of talk.
Mm-hmm. Good talk. Moses with the T.
I know. Always. We did the Newlywed game.
The Newlywed game kind of broke the
Patreon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like everyone. I mean, it's nice. People posting clips of like, you need to subscribe. This is worth it. Like,
love a little promo clip.
Okay.
This is like really like
Moses.
the content that.
He's like, you gotta subscribe.
That's what people are saying in the
Who's saying?
In the people in the comments, they're asking when we're gonna
Insert a clip, Jimmy. Put a clip here to promote it. What is your spouse's favorite movie of all time?
I think it's the one he talks about like the most. I would say Dune.
Oh no, I do love the movie.
Oh no! What?
Because it was recent. We talked about it recently.
When did you watch Ponyo?
I told you without you.
You never said you watched that. Babe, what? All you talk about is Dune. It's so good. Best movie. Ponyo, you sabotaged us. That's crazy.
But anyway,
hopefully it's time.
All I'm saying is like, it's the most viewed episode and the most talked about.
Is it?
Wow.
Wow.
So,
It did have a lot of comments right away. People were really excited about it. It was a Newlywed game, me and my boyfriend Darian versus Trisha and Moses. And
don't give out the winner. You can't spoil it.
No spoilers here. But I will say, damn, I thought I was competitive, and then I was editing this, and I was like, I honestly don't think I'm that competitive because y'all were like in it to win it. I was like, I think it could be a tie. Like you can have the point for the sushi.
Moses is the most competitive. He's arguing with me. I was like, okay, like he just will argue anything.
I think both of y'all are.
Really?
Yes.
I was more generous. I was like, let them have it. We shouldn't have it. Moses like, no.
But that's not how you win a competition.
Moses is crazy when it comes to games. Darian was very sweet. Darian was, but he's so funny. His vibes are so opposite you. You guys really are like opposites. I feel.
Whenever he's being perceived, he's very like monotone, prim and proper, like very cool, calm and collected. But behind closed doors, he is a little character for sure.
That's how they always are.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And those
Moses
shy
too.
ones, you gotta be,
Yeah. No, they're kooky. And I'm like,
Yes.
you know, you don't know it. I didn't even see it first with Moses for a while. I was like, oh, boring, serious, whatever. But
Artist,
yeah, but they're wild. He is very, every time I see him, he's very poised and very this.
Yeah, he cracks me up. But he was very nervous to do it. But
Was he?
everyone loves him. Yeah, so.
Yeah, did you show him the comments?
Yeah, I didn't show him too much though and he doesn't have access to the Patreon, thankfully, because y'all be hyping him
Darian,
up too
subscribe.
much.
It's worth it.
Yeah, see the comments. Yeah.
The comments are very sweet to him, but I'm like, he can't get a big head, you know. So I show him select a good amount, a healthy amount.
I always show the good ones to like my sister because I think she only sees negative, so I always like screenshot the good ones. I'm like, look, everyone loves you.
Everyone
you know,
does
it's like,
love her.
Yeah, so you got to say that to Darian. Be like, everyone
Yes,
loves you.
yes.
Because he's so fun. It was fun. It was actually like one that was like super fun. We did it after the podcast and it was really fun. And he was sitting here for like 3 hours, which is like a lot. When you're in this room, sometimes it's like, woo, like you get out because like there's no windows, there's no anything. You're just like, where are we at? And so he was.
It's like a casino in here. You know?
Yeah, it is casino vibes, I guess. Yeah, bright lights.
Oh,
They have no windows, so you don't know what time it is.
or a Benihana. They also have no windows, so it's a weird
Just like a
reference.
Benihana, yeah.
And it's, you know, they have no windows, which is why our kids hate it. But go to our Patreon, patreon.com/JustTrish. And shout out Jimmy, our editor, for editing these so late. So sorry. It's late. We get done late. But, you know, we're here. The next ones will be early. Not that you guys don't know the difference. Yeah, like we see it when we see it. How are you? You look so cute. What is this? This is giving like Ryan from High School Musical.
You know what? Yeah, I saw it on a hanger on Urban Outfitters. You know, they put the little outfits together for you. I'm like, I'm just going to start buying the outfits they put together because I
Always.
can't figure out what to wear. And then, yes, it was giving a little like resort. And I was like, maybe this is manifesting the White Lotus because you're pregnant, so you can't go to whatever location. But Mike White, I am available.
Oh, you want to be out? You're gunning for it too.
I'm taking your spot.
Nicole Kidman, me. When do you think it starts filming? Now? No, I think it's going to be a minute.
I think you'll still be pregnant when it starts filming.
No, don't put that on me.
So I am not pregnant. I am available. I don't have a
July.
passport, but I can get one pretty quick. But
Yeah. Oh, wait, you don't have a passport?
No.
Oh. Wait,
but
why
I can
not?
get Mike White. I can get a passport real quick. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
it is. Did you watch it last night?
Yes.
I
Because you
watched
watch it, you watch clips.
I watched. Well, there wasn't many clips, and I read the spoilers. It didn't seem like much
You
was
read the
happening.
spoilers?
I read the spoilers because there wasn't clips online. And I was like, that's odd. And there wasn't like scenes people were talking about. I told Moses right when I walked in today. I was like, I don't think much happened on the White Lotus last night.
Yeah.
It seemed very.
It was very much set up for the finale, I think. Like,
Right.
I think it just laid some groundwork.
But that's
for
been the
things to get
whole show.
explosive.
The whole
go.
show
Wow.
has been setting up for the finale.
That's not
Like, why is there
true.
no show?
No, there's been some twists and turns. The girl sleeping with Valentine, and then I know last night.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Give the
Spoiler
spoiler
alert,
before.
nothing happened.
And then spoiler alert that Rick confronted the killer of his dad allegedly. So
Yeah.
that happened, and I'm
Boring.
excited. Huh?
All of that sounds boring.
I
so
love that you
far.
haven't even seen it near the consensus of Twitter because everyone said that too. They're like, "That's it." Can I say the spoiler? I know you don't want to hear a spoiler, but it's not that
I
exciting.
can hear it because there's nothing happening.
Okay, so he goes. That guy's famous, right? The guy who played his supposed like dad's killer was famous.
Oh, probably, but
He was. I think he was in like Thai movies or even like kung fu movies back in the day. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he looked familiar. I could be wrong, but I think he was somebody. And everyone had thought that the lady was going to be his dad. Did you ever hear that theory?
No,
heard,
that's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
though.
they all thought that woman, because, you know, Sam Rockwell's character was like talking about like wanting to be an Asian lady. And so they thought maybe, but then they're like,
Oh.
but he doesn't look Asian. So like Rick would have to be Asian, and that didn't really make sense. But anyways, so then he finally confronted the killer of his dad, but now people suspect that could be his actual dad.
Yeah.
And he, instead of like, it was a big build up, and then I did see that clip where he's like, and then he just like knocks over the chair. And then I was like, oh. But then I saw the part where he was smiling and happy, and I was just like, honestly, I love this for him. I love his ending. So, but people suspect him and Chelsea are going to be the ones to be unalived due to the heaven sequence in the preview for next week.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because they look really beautiful and happy. But it also looks like it's her dress from the beginning, the first episode where she's like laid down in the bed. So they also think maybe it's like his life flashing before his eyes and seeing that like Chelsea made him happy or something like that.
Oh.
Because he finally found his happiness, and then guess what? Boom, you're dead. That's the moral of that story. Don't get happy. He's like, finally, after 53 years, this is off. This burden's off of me. And then boom, dead. Everyone's over Tim Ratliff. I'm over him. Ratliff, is that his name on the show?
Yes.
Everyone's over that character.
The father, the business fraud, tax fraud, whatever.
Everyone's like, where that storyline just ended. There's like nothing happening ever with him. They're just, do you see all the memes on Twitter with all the like the girl with the gun? Like,
yes.
He's like Tim Ratliff every episode. It's just like, I don't know. I guess in this one too, he has other fantasies. Another killing all his family, right? Is that in this one too?
Yeah.
So it's like every episode he just dreams about. But they also showed a preview of him holding the poison fruit. So everyone's like, well, everyone's going to die by a smoothie.
Oh, yeah, because they did show the blender, too, in the preview.
They've been showing the blender a lot.
That's true.
And so, and then the oldest son, Saxon, was like, if I'm not successful, I'm nothing. So he's probably like, all right, you're going out, too. Everyone's going out. Piper is, what is it? She's gatekeeping Buddhism. She's not happy about her brother's
You really know everything about this episode for someone who has not seen it.
I read like it's my college thesis. I'm reading every single theory.
You know it better than me. I'm like, damn.
I'm so invested, and because I can't watch it because it's our show that we watch together.
It's our show that we watch together. Someone said I'll spoil the entire thing.
No, but it doesn't matter what we watch. That's how she is. She knows the entire show before we even walk into it.
No, I'm so bad with that.
No, but it's just a different way of experiencing. Like for her to watch a show, she has to know that there's something worthwhile watching for. So she'll just, I don't know, like you know what's gonna happen, but you want to see it happen.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, I don't want to know, and I'm just gonna see it happen.
Can I? Oh, yeah. You don't like when people don't like spoilers. It's crazy, but I like it better because then I can see it acted out. You know, it's like when you read a book and then you get to see the movie. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm reading the book and then I get to see the acting. And yeah, like I love the Harry Potter books, but like seeing it on movies is so much better. So that's how I rationalize it, and I get really excited, and I do like deep dives into all of it, and I love the theories out there too. So I think it's kind of a nothing burger episode, but you know, I guess some stuff did happen, and I just really love the characters. I really love this season. I really do. I think it's great. I can't wait to see who bites the dust. I really love John Grease. If anyone knows him, I'm trying to hook him up with my mom or to come on the podcast. I love him so much. The guy who plays Greg and Gary, love him. I think he might be my favorite character in all the seasons.
In all the seasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does the least. Like,
but he's just so cool when he comes on screen. Like I saw some clips with him and Belinda, and I'm like, he's just cool. I liked his little kink exposed this season. I don't know. Everything about him seems kind of relatable. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
he's my fave.
Allegedly killing his wife. I don't know if that's the most relatable.
Well,
an old white man hiding in Thailand.
Yeah.
That's me. Oh, yeah, I saw that too, where Parker Posey's confronting the young girls. Why are you with these old men?
Yeah.
Does he have a lot of money?
It'll be interesting to see, like, who is the Emmy, like, winner from this cast, too. Because without Jennifer Coolidge, like, the Emmy for seasons 1 and 2, like, Jennifer Coolidge kept, you know, sweeping. Because I think she was nominated against Megan Fahey, I think, for season 2. I did see
everyone thought she should have won for season 2, actually. Yeah. She was pretty good at the end. They're like, yeah.
But this season, I don't know. I feel like maybe Parker Posey, but, you know, everyone's really on their A game.
Parker Posey does kind of steal it from me.
She does steal a show, yeah.
I do love everybody on it, but she's just funny. She's witty. Her character is so good. Yeah, probably her. Who else is a big character this season? Like, who else? I guess that's it. I'm rooting for Patrick Schwarzenegger to win an Emmy. I think he's very good.
I did like him more this episode, I will say.
He has a little bit, he can do more human.
Yeah, a little bit more layered, I think. So that was interesting.
Where he's like, I can change who I am, and she's like, I think you should. Yeah. And I love it. And she ate.
You really know, you know the quotes. I know. Jesus.
And then I even deep dive into Mike White. I'm like, okay, how old is he? Oh, he's bisexual, not gay. I was really going into it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he likes to, like, Alan Cumming too recently was just like, I want to be known as bisexual and not gay. He's like, I guess if you want to call me queer, but they're very adamant about this. And Mike White is bisexual, and he was with his partner Josh living in Santa Monica for a while, but because of White Lotus, the schedule took over and that relationship no longer exists.
Really?
Yeah, he was just too busy with it. And then I watched his episode of Amazing Race with his dad, Mel, and then I deep dive into Survivor, and then he became friends with Jeff Probst and gave him advice on how to make the show better. And he's just really, really fascinating. So and then I started like being like, how do I contact? And then I couldn't find that. He's not on social media. He's not anywhere doing interviews, but I've been watching everyone else do interviews, and it's... Thank you to the sponsor of today's episode, Home Chef. We love Home Chef so much. It takes the guesswork out of meal planning. There are so many nights when we're like, okay, what do we order? Oh, we've already ordered that. We already ordered this. We want to feel a little more healthy, a little more nutritious. But then going to the grocery store, getting all the ingredients for a recipe, and then having to cook with 2 small kids. It's like, who has the time? Who has the patience? Home Chef makes it easy with a number of meal plans delivered directly to you with all the freshest ingredients. They have meal plans for every type of household. Home Chef delivers fresh ingredients and chef-designed recipes conveniently to your doorstep to simplify your cooking experience. Users of leading meal kits have rated Home Chef #1 in quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. Because let me tell you, those recipes are hard. People have you just like finding the most random things, doing the most random, you don't have the tools for it. Whether you prefer classic meal kits with pre-proportioned ingredients, quick 30-minute recipes, oven-ready options, microwave meals, or a dedicated family menu, Home Chef has everything you and your family need for hassle-free, delicious dinners. Home Chef has over 30 options a week and serves a variety of dietary needs. Plus, it's economical. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries. And when meal planning ends up on the back burner, check out Home Chef's new 5-ingredient meals that simplify prep with super easy recipe steps using just 5 fresh pre-proportioned ingredients. You guys, this is a game changer, especially if you have a family. Okay, everybody wants something different. Everybody wants something new. You're tired of the same old stuff. You know, I love food. I get bored of the same food over and over again. I do love Home Chef because it spices it up. It gives me something I maybe wouldn't have tried, and we love trying new options. And it makes you feel a little better too, just getting some fresh ingredients rather than some processed food delivered in. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life, and of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/Trish. That's homechef.com/Trish for 18 free meals and free desserts for life. Homechef.com/TRISH. Homechef.com/Trish. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert. Thank you, Home Chef. We love you. And then one of the characters was supposed to have a non-binary
Carrie
child.
Coon just talked about that.
Yes.
How her character was supposed to have a trans or non-binary child, but it was edited out after Donald Trump won the election, which I thought was interesting. But people really split on this. She said in an interview that it was in the episode where Kate, played by Leslie Bibb, she has that like face about, you voted for Trump, and then she has that like meme face where it's like,
Yeah. She's Leslie Bibb's faces are so good.
Yeah.
Her expressions are amazing. Yeah.
So in that scene, there was supposed to be a moment where Lori talks about having like a trans or non-binary child, and that's why her voting for Trump was like extra offensive to her.
Oh, that would have made. I mean, it was fine. We got the point of it, but like that would have been probably more.
So it was supposed to be like a really, really short scene, like just a couple lines. Like it wasn't a huge part of the plot or anything, but it was filmed obviously before the election, but afterwards when they're editing, Mike White decided to cut it. And then some people were upset about it because Carrie Coon said in the interview, she said, considering the way the Trump administration has weaponized the cultural war against transgender people even more since then, when the time came to cut the episode down, Mike felt the scene was so small and the topic so big that it wasn't the right way to engage in that conversation. And some people were like upset because if they thought Mike White was like trying to, be almost like apolitical in a way and like avoid that conversation. But I saw it more as like it is such like a nuanced conversation and a big one.
Yeah.
So to have it be like, a throwaway line in this conversation, maybe that's like a topic that can be delved into more. So I think maybe that's why they cut it.
Right, because you kind of got the message without that part of it. You know what I mean? Like obviously they were against it. Like, wait, how could you? Like what the hell? You know what I mean? So yeah, if there's, like you said, if it's kind of a throwaway and also... Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one. That is a tough one because I think if anyone could have like written it and done it good, it's like obviously White Lotus would have done it good. But and I don't think they're like apolitical. They seem to be, I mean, they have a pretty liberal stance.
So interesting about the show, and I think that's why it's so successful. Like it really does appease everyone, and in the way that like there's people who genuinely like relate to like the Ratliff family and like they look at like Saxon and stuff and they like empathize with him. And then there's also the audience that like sees it as more satirical, like, oh, all these people are terrible. So it
true.
is pretty, it depends on your perspective, I think, going into it.
Right.
I think Mike White's point is for it to be like satirical and like show characters being terrible, but people interpret it differently.
You have like weird sympathy for him. Like I really do love Saxon and Gary. Like, I really do love them. So, I don't know. Like, they're probably the worst characters, but also, like, I don't know. They seem...
'Cause it looks like he takes the archetypes of humanity, you know, like from 10 to 12, and he actually builds the whole show around it. Because even in one family, you have the 3 different characters, like the girl that wants to be a Buddhist, the guy that wants to be like the corporate, you know, like just in one family. And then you have the 3 girls. So anyway, I think he works from archetypes and then builds the whole story.
They're always kind of the same in each season, right? They always kind of have like a family. They always have like a trio.
Yeah.
They always have like...
I mean, the dad had the
couple.
same storyline before, you know, like his whole world came crashing down.
Ooh, which dad?
I don't remember his name.
But from season 2? From Italy?
No, before that.
Ooh.
Sydney Sweeney's dad?
No, he didn't. He wasn't poor, was he? Steve Zahn.
No, but he became, like, they had issues with the company or work or something. It was the same kind of storyline, the dad.
Always a dad stressed out.
But-
I love the line that Parker Posey says where she's like, I hope Jesus will save her from those Buddhists. It's just such good writing. It's just so funny and it's so good.
There is
I'm
a new
excited.
show, The Studio, that there's only like a couple of episodes, but I saw the second episode was kind of like a masterpiece. I'm kind of excited
Who
about
is
the
it?
show.
Who's in that show? What show is it?
Seth Rogen and Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine Hahn. And Catherine Hahn is in it too, I think, right? I think.
Who's Catherine Hahn? Which one is she? Who's Catherine O'Hara? I'm getting them confused.
Catherine O'Hara is from Schitt's
Schitt's
Creek,
Creek.
right? Yeah.
Oh, okay, and
Yeah,
Catherine
and
Hahn
Beetlejuice.
is, that sounds familiar too.
I know her from Agatha All Along and WandaVision, but if you she's been in so many things, like if you see her face, you'll know her for sure. Because
Okay.
she's always been like the friend in like a lot of iconic
Comedies.
movies. Yes, yeah. She's always like the main, like the female main character's best friend.
Okay, I love that. I love that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
probably know, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you watch it? You saw it too?
No, but I heard it's good. It's an Apple TV one though.
I love Apple TV over there. Severance and now this
He's
one.
an Apple TV fan for sure. Him and Darren too. He loves his Apple TV.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I never watched anything on there. I don't
Me
think.
either, but people
Guess we
they seem to,
should.
the problem is they make good shows that no one watches. And that's I think,
Well, I think Severance brought them on the map now.
Yeah.
Like it's a different world for them since Severance.
but I think they did there was an article a couple of weeks ago that said they lost like $1 billion like on Apple TV. Obviously they're fine. They make the iPhone and everything, but
Yeah, I mean, they're $1 trillion company,
Yeah.
so they can afford that.
Like Spotify. Remember when they were buying all those podcasts
you know
and then they
what's
went
so
broke?
funny? I was reacting to episode 1 of Just Trish and
That's crazy.
and that was one of your hot topics for episode 1 was Spotify.
Spotify's broke because they gave us no money. But I remember when we were trying to pitch like a show, I remember being like, hey, give us money. And then someone was like, Spotify's broke. They have no money. I was like, oh, okay. Because they would spend so much on podcasts that flop. So now they're just like,
It goes
Maybe
in
not,
waves. Now we're going back to Netflix.
we like Netflix. Oh, yeah, Netflix is back. Netflix is giving out $18 billion. I'm trying to get some of that. Where is that? Film a Christmas special if Sabrina Carpenter's not available. You know what I mean? Like, give me something. I've been doing Sabrina Carpenter positions on my tour now at the end of Freaky.
You ever show this?
And I can never get up at the end. It's right at the end of the show, and it's freaky. And there's like a little part where the dancers dance, and I don't really know what to do. So I was like, "Oh, I'm going to do like a position," and then it does always get an applause, but I never can get up from it. But I was coming for Sabrina Carpenter's nachos. Oh, my intro was a reference to Morgan Wallen on SNL. Did I
Yes,
get it
of
wrong?
course. No, I think you got it right.
What did he say? God's country or God's?
I think it was right. Get me to God's country. He wrote that on his Instagram.
Why did he say
story.
that?
I
What
don't
did it
know.
mean? What did you think of all that?
Oh my gosh. So, in case you missed it, I feel like everyone's seen it, but in case you missed it, Morgan Wallen was the performer on SNL. And I knew this was trouble with Mikey Madison. The second that post-it said Mikey Madison under it, Morgan Wallen, I was like, oh no.
Why?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Why am I Mikey with Morgan Wallen?
That's so bad. Overshadowed her whole episode. I was like, damn.
No synergy between those two names
Yeah, that
at
was
all.
weird.
I was like, wait, what? So yeah, he was the musical guest on SNL over the weekend, and at the end of the episode, Mikey was obviously next to Morgan on stage, and she said, "I had a wonderful time." You know, she said goodbye before as the credits rolled, and he leaned over, whispered something to Mikey, and then just walked off camera. And you obviously know from experience that,
I've
you know,
been
when the
there.
credits roll and the music plays, everyone like hugs each other,
Yes.
and congratulates each other. And so for him to like suddenly walk off was like, oh, okay.
Like straight off.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very odd. But I didn't click on it, but I couldn't get Wi-Fi on the plane. But people said something like, "Oh, this is the reason why."
Yeah. So his team said that it was always blocked that way in like dress rehearsals and everything, that he would just walk off the stage. So
what?
His team said that is just what he thought he was doing, was just like, okay, she says goodbye, you walk off the stage. But
that's giving that snoo apology where it's like, oh no, we just didn't want to not be sad about it anymore. It's like, no, you just made that up. There's no way that was blocked, because you also just covered the entire camera.
Yeah.
Like,
it's true. You literally go straight, like not even the back way.
Yeah, like blend
sneak
into the
around.
back, like the Homer Simpson meme.
And also, he's also been on it before. He knows what how that goes. And
Did
also,
he stay?
literally everybody knows.
Everyone knows.
knows.
You just hug each other.
I watch it via Twitter clips, and I didn't even know. Everyone like hugs each other when the music plays and the credits roll.
Did he hug the first time? Do you know?
Yeah, there was no scandal. There was a scandal actually, because he was supposed to be booked in 2020, and obviously this was during quarantine. But then he was in a scandalo because he was out partying with girls like maskless in the middle of like quarantine, and so SNL had to like reschedule him because he broke quarantine policy, because this was like in the peak of the pandemic.
For SNL, wow, they were
but then he came 3 months later, so
they're like, actually, you're fine again.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so he like kind of just walked off SNL, and then he posted on his Instagram story a photo of him on a plane, a PJ, and said, "Get me to God's country," with text written on it.
Oh, he was on a PJ after SNL?
Yeah, and that's why, like, because I know Tana is friends with Whitney Cummings, but she kind of like pissed me off because she did a
Whitney Cummings?
Yes, because she did a TikTok and was like, he's just a country boy. You guys are overthinking it. He just wants to leave New York and be on his truck. I'm like, Whitney, he's on a private plane. Like, he's on a PJ. He is not a relatable honky tonk country boy. He's the #1 artist in country music. Like,
yeah,
come on.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yikes. This is the problem with the world, okay? It's like we just excuse men. Just like he's just a boy. He's just whatever. It's like, no, I don't know. All I know is I know nothing about him. I just know he's problematic, and I just know I don't like him.
It's just weird. And it goes even before, because even in like the promos for the episode, he was giving nothing. It was like Mikey trying to be cute. You know, they do the little scripted promos for the episode. He was giving nothing. Like, Mikey was making stripper jokes and like being cute, and he was just there looking like someone had a gun to his head and was forcing him to be there. And I'm like,
hate it.
Why? Like, why book him for this? But also, he's been on it before, so he knows what it's like. So it's not even that like, oh, he was just over the experience, whatever, and he walked off. He was like that from the jump, like from the preview, from the promos. He was already being a poor sport about it.
So Morgan Wallen fans, why do we like him? Because I can maybe be biased. I think, I don't know. Let me know if he's awful. But like, why do we like him? Do we like him just like his talent? People are separating talent, or also, like, you know, he just doesn't seem charming. He doesn't seem nice. He doesn't seem like he wants to be anywhere. So
yeah, I'm
what's
very
the appeal?
confused. I do like, he has this one song with Post Malone that comes out of the gym sometimes, and I like it. I think I had some help. I don't know the rest of the song, but
that sounds like a song I would sing.
So I think he's really popular. Like, his album isn't even out yet, and like the second it was up for like pre-order, it was like on the top 10 of iTunes, the songs already. So he's very, very popular. But yeah, he does have a weird track record. So obviously I mentioned like him breaking like quarantine and having to reschedule. And then in, what was it, 2021, I believe. Let me pull up the exact date. Oh yeah, he was on The Voice. I didn't even know about that.
But he was a contestant?
Yes, on Adam Levine's team, which I think that's a lot.
I always wondered, like, who picks Adam? Because you have to pick the judge, unless he was the only one that turned around for him, maybe. But it's like, who picks Adam?
In 2014, he was on Adam Levine's team. He got knocked out during the playoffs, so he didn't win or anything. But he later got a record deal a couple years later. But in 2016, he got a DUI. And then in 2020, he got arrested outside of Kid Rock's bar in Nashville for public intoxication and disorderly conduct.
Everything about that headline is just red flag.
I know.
Red flag, red flag. Why were you in Nashville outside Kid Rock's bar? Disorderly conduct. Like, what?
And then
why does Kid Rock have a bar in Nashville? Isn't he from Michigan? Isn't he from Detroit? That's so random.
And then the next year, and then the breaking quarantine. And then 2021, that's when TMZ published a video of him saying the N-word. And it wasn't like from his past. It was in 2021.
Yikes.
So then he had to do a mini apology tour, and he was punished by like his songs got pulled off the radio in 2021 for a short period of time. But then the gag is the next week after that happened, his album sales increased by 102%. So isn't that crazy?
I don't know what's happening in this world. It's just like the Paul brothers getting their own reality show. It's like, what is happening?
I know.
People are just like, whatever, man.
And then in April 2023, he faced backlash after he canceled a concert like an hour before he was supposed to go on stage. And a security guard claimed that it was because he got drunk and was unable to walk and had to be escorted out of the venue via ambulance. But his team has denied that and said that those claims were false, but that was just the rumor. They didn't, like, health concerns, but they didn't, So they shot down the security guard's claims, but...
An hour before a show's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, people, like, flew
they were
in.
there. They were there at the venue.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it, like, that girl from Belgium just sitting there and then be like, actually, I'm not coming on tonight. Like, that's crazy. Like, you flew in from Belgium. Like, that's kind of wild. I mean... I don't know.
Oh, excuse me. Not even an hour. Minutes before he was scheduled to take the stage.
He's like, actually, I'm not coming. He's deciding.
And then in April 2024, he was arrested. That's when he threw the chair off a roof of a building from 6 stories high.
Why?
I think probably intoxicated. But
I mean, that's crazy. How come more people didn't cancel him for that? I feel like
know.
that might be a pretty serious
He got
one.
charged with 3 counts of reckless endangerment and disorderly conduct.
Yeah, what if he, like, killed somebody?
From 6 stories high throwing a chair. That's crazy.
What?
So it is a weird, like, pattern. And then this, so I'm like, what exactly is...
I mean, if he has, like, a sickness, if he's, like, an alcoholic,
I know.
like, get maybe some help. But
I know.
he's not really saying that, right? So people are just like, is he just a... I hate using the word, like a cuckoo person? Like, is he just a little off, maybe?
Is he cranky? Bad
Cranky's
attitude?
crazy,
I don't
though.
know.
Throwing a chair when you're cranky is crazy.
Really? SNL was giving cranky, though. I'm like, I don't know. It was giving cranky.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know anything about this person, but just watching his vibes, I was like, you
Vibes
killed
are weird.
them. They're weird. Did a cast member comment on it? Was it Keenan?
Keenan, yeah. He was, he did an interview with Entertainment Weekly, and he made a joke about, like, the Take Me Back to God's Country thing. It's like, is New York not a part of God's country? Like, did we not fall under God's jurisdiction here? And I'm like, kind of tea.
Preaching.
Yeah.
Love that.
Like,
yes.
damn. Is
That's
New
so
York,
true.
like, godless? Like,
maybe, again, like the throwing the chair incident, maybe it was like something was like enabling that behavior. Was it on Instagram or TikTok, or where did he post that?
he didn't post. He got charged.
No, the PJ, the Take Me Back to God's Country.
Instagram, yeah.
Instagram's the best. Is Justin Bieber's Instagram back up, or is it deactivated? Was it deactivated today? I'm in my Justin Bieber era, y'all.
Oh my God.
If you don't know, I'm hardcore Bieber right now.
It was deactivated for, I think, 17 minutes, I want to say. He deactivated it, but then reactivated
Bill
it.
Slash, how the hell did you see that in 17 minutes? Like, Justin Bieber's account is deactivated, and reported it so fast, all in 17 minutes.
It was a quick turnaround from deactivated to activated again.
And then Hailey Bieber said it was a glitch that she unfollowed him.
Yeah, because people were reporting that Hailey Bieber unfollowed him, but it just, because he deactivated and activated again, it just didn't like refresh who she was following. So she commented on TikTok, but it was odd. She just doesn't watch the TikToks, which I don't really blame her, but there was this TikToker was defending her and being like, you guys, I think it was a glitch that it says that she's not following Justin because he just activated. And then Hailey commented that she's like, it was a glitch, hope it helps. And then the girl was like,
That's what I said.
That's what I said, Goofy, which I thought was funny.
What'd you say, Goofy?
She's called her Goofy, which I thought was...
Goofy's crazy, but also like... I love that I went the opposite way. Usually I comment when I don't watch the full TikTok because I think it's like in favor of me. I'm like, oh my God.
And then the end is like...
Yeah, no, it's actually just like this horrible thing. Like Trisha's a horrible human being. And I was like, oh, I thought it was like... So I'm always like, thanks for the love. And I'm like, oh, because I'm like, Trisha Paytas is selling out shows. Why do people forgive her? She's horrible. And I was like, thank you. So she did the opposite.
Yeah.
She's like someone who's being in her favor. And she's like, actually... I saw Stephen Baldwin trying to defend her. Did you see that? He was on some podcast. Did you see that? He's been a little bit kooky. I was like...
But I kind of understood, like, what he was saying made a lot of sense, though. I mean,
The clip I saw, the part I saw, he's like, Hailey Bieber grew up with her dad and her uncles as the Baldwin brothers, the most famous people in Hollywood. Well before Justin Bieber even knew what a song was. She's used to the celebrity life. She was the celebrity. She hung out with Kylie Jenner. Like, it was just such a weird defense. It was very odd.
it's kind of like what I was saying, that she's the first, like, famous fan.
Thank you so much to this sponsor of today's episode, Built Rewards. PSA for anyone who rents. If you haven't heard of Built, you're about to thank me. Earning points on rent is now a reality when you pay your rent through Built. You don't even have to check with your landlord to start earning points that you can use towards flights, hotel stays, fitness classes, and even your next rent payment. Let me break it down for you. There's no cost to join Built. As a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent and your everyday spending. We're already getting points everywhere else. Why not get points for your rent? Think about it. It's one of our highest expenses. You really should be taking advantage. Built points can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, and even the ones you haven't heard of. There are over 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels and properties around the world that you can redeem your Built points towards. Points can also be redeemed towards a future rent payment and unique experiences that only Built members can access. Isn't that crazy? The fact that you can redeem your Built rewards that you got on your rent towards your next rent. It's really just the best program in the world. So if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, why not? Okay, let's get some value for that rent. Start earning points on rent you're already paying by going to joinbuilt.com/Trish. That's JOINBILT.com/Trish. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Joinbuilt.com/Trish to start earning points on your rent payments today. Thank you, Built Rewards.
You know what I mean? Like, she is around fame. She was around famous people. She was in Hollywood. Like, she was a Nepo fan, right? She was a fan.
She's still a fan, yeah.
No, but she had Nepo.
But that's even Baldwin acting like he's freaking Michael Jackson. Like, well, I was the prince of pop first. It's like, well, okay,
but
Stephen
in
Baldwin.
his perspective, seeing Justin Bieber going from no fame to fame while he's famous, like, I understand what he was trying to say.
Well, good for you, because I did not at all. And then he was trying to be like, he fell for Hailey because she didn't accept his gifts. She said no gifts. I was like, how do you know all this? Like, what does that all mean? She's like, I don't want to accept your gifts. I want to get to know you. I was like, okay, this is like, it was just such a weird interview. He seems a little too involved. Stephen Baldwin's always been a little kooky. He's a little kooky. He's a little judgmental. This is okay. I love Christians. I love born again Christians. He's the born again Christian, the kind with the fish on the car. I love those types. Okay, it's good. You find Jesus, we love that. But also, like, don't be so judgy. I feel like if they judge anyone who's like not Christian, and he's like, Justin's a good Christian, and they have their marriage in Christ and all stuff like that. But then they're judgy of everyone else, and I hate that. So I was just like, he should be on White Lotus. Stephen Baldwin is like a White Lotus character.
I think he's living it.
He should be.
Yeah, well, like
If it's
that
like
character.
the Four Seasons in
The
Hollywood.
archetype. Yeah. Anyways, I'm in my Justin Bieber era. I sing it at every show. I think I'm gonna put a Justin Bieber medley in the show. I really like him. I follow his Instagram. He was live. He had his stories. I hope he's okay. I always offer prayers up for Justin at my show because, he also seems like he may be just struggling in life.
Yeah. I'm worried for him. I am.
Yeah.
Because he was on his Instagram live for a while, and it was just like a little concerning. Like, genuinely, I'm like,
Yeah.
I hope you're okay. That's why, listen, this might be the unpopular opinion, but I have empathy for Hailey Bieber because also, like, you have a 7-month-old, you're trying to hold down the household, you're getting hate online, and your husband might not be doing so well. Like,
and you can't help someone that doesn't want to help themselves, or they don't think they have a problem. Maybe they don't see it have a problem. A lot of people were saying it's a really sad comparison, but it's like it was giving very like Aaron Carter.
I saw that a lot too. It makes me sad.
Yeah, because he was like listening to his music, and he was, I've been deep diving into Justin Bieber truly because we started talking about Hailey Bieber. So then Justin Bieber songs were popping up, like, oh, he was really good. Like, he had a really good voice. And then I started like watching stuff about him, and like, oh, so like his behavior. This is coming from a new Bieber fan. Okay, his behavior from like 10 years ago doesn't line up with the behavior now, or even like 5 years ago. So that's why I was just like, oh, he might be. And he posts, I love it though. He does post every like couple hours on Instagram. He posts a feed post every couple hours. I was like, he was FaceTiming his baby, but you only see the baby's head. And I was like, period. But yeah, it was, and because there's a new documentary about the Carter family coming out. So I was like watching a lot, and I was seeing like, and probably Justin Bieber doesn't like this comparison, but Aaron Carter was kind of like a Justin Bieber. You know what I mean? He was like a child star. I didn't know how little Justin Bieber was when he started. I didn't know how little he was when he started. I didn't even know all like the kind of sexual harassment he had like publicly from like women on TV. Someone grabbed his butt, someone gave him a kiss, like crazy. And it's like celebrity women doing this, so people just kind of like laughed. But I think there was one where he's like, that made me uncomfortable, and people just kind of like laughed it off. And I was like, God, I feel like we kind of failed him. Obviously there's other stuff happening with him, but it's like people kind of just, I don't know. I hope he's okay, because I really do love him. I really do. I watched Benny Blanco and Ed Sheeran writing a song that became Justin Bieber's. It was the Mama Don't Like You, and she and I was like, and then it was when I heard Ed Sheeran and Benny Blanco sing it, and I love Ed Sheeran too, by the way. But I was like, that's not a hit. Then when I heard Justin Bieber singing it, I was like, damn, he slayed that song. I try to sing it at my shows, but I always forget the lyrics. But everyone in the audience knows every lyric. I was like, wow, there's a lot of believers out here. But I feel sad for him, but yeah, I don't think he's like fully okay, right? We can all agree that he's not fully okay.
I think so, right? I mean, he just doesn't look or act, right, like the most like coherent. So even in paparazzi stuff, like paparazzi videos, like he looks like he's going through something. So, and obviously there's the allegations with like the Diddy connections and stuff too, like all that being brought up. Like there's a lot going on mentally, I'm sure, you know, so.
Yeah, and then Hailey Bieber, like you said, has the baby and has to be with it and like have to deal with all the rumors. Probably does get annoying. But honestly, she's just, it's easier said than done. But maybe just like get off social media, because it is a lot. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. Stephen Baldwin needs to take a seat for all this. He's like, doesn't help. You know what I mean? Like,
because even before, what was it, like a couple months ago or last year, when he was going on Instagram, like writing, like, please pray for Hailey and Justin, when no one thought anything. No one was saying anything about like their relationship. Pray for Hailey and Justin. I'm like, well,
wait,
why?
What's happening? Yeah, like,
he saw it coming, you know.
Yeah, my God. He's a lot. Can you name one Stephen Baldwin movie?
No. No.
Really?
Was he in? I feel like he must have been in something with Alicia Silverstone.
I think they were two different generations. I think he's older than Alicia Silverstone. I only know him as Barney from the second Flintstone movie, Flintstone Viva Rock Vegas, and he was pretty good. He's like, oh, hi, you're Fred. Like, I loved him in that. Oh, right, because the first one was Rick Moranis and the second one was Stephen Baldwin. But I don't know him from anything else, and I'm like,
You're right. I'm looking at his IMDb, and
like, must have been a TV show somewhere.
He said
trying to find something. Maybe if I go really far back.
I know like old movies, and I'm like, I don't know what he's been in.
I don't think I've seen him in anything. Nothing. I went all the way back to.
What about Alec? Do you know him from anything besides Beetlejuice? I only know him from Beetlejuice. Do you know anything from? No, just you off the top of your head.
Oh, no.
Okay, you can look him up now and see if you know. Do you know him from anything?
Movie, no. Like 30 Rock was the TV show.
Oh, well, that's something.
That was a big role for a long time.
I'll give you that one. I know him from Beetlejuice, and like that's it. Like I can't really think of another Alec Baldwin movie. Oh, the Jerry Lee Lewis one we watched. He was his cousin when he was like 20.
He was in Boss Baby.
The cartoon? Yeah. Okay, well.
I think he's done a bunch of voiceovers.
I love that. That's a good career path to go. Just like hide your face. Just I would do that. Give me a voiceover all day long.
But I saw that you can finally announce the big role that you've been keeping secret.
What do you mean?
It's been announced. Miss Limelight is going to be in Avengers Doomsday. I saw your.
I was like, has it? Me not knowing.
Trish Grave tweeted it, so it has to be real.
Trish Grave knows. They know everything. I don't even know what this is. I did see it. And I'm like, I don't really get the joke, but I love when anything is manifested for me. What is Doomsday?
It's the next Avengers movie. There was like a 6-hour live stream of them slowly revealing the stars that are going to be in the next Avengers movie.
Who was it?
It was like one chair at a time.
Did you watch all 6 hours?
6 hours?
It went on for a long time. They, like every 45 minutes, they were showing the next chair. Like it was like the like on-set director's chair with like the names on the back. Who's in it? You ask. Robert Downey Jr.
No.
I'm like super excited for it. None of like. There's only 5 women in it, and
how many men?
the cast is that they announced was I think 28 people and only 5 were women.
Jesus, why are we doing so many? It's like a podcast with 5,000 co-hosts. We don't need 28 superheroes. How much screen time can they get?
Too many superpowers. Like how?
Yeah, what? Like 2 minutes of each superhero?
Wouldn't the world just be destroyed in once because they're all so powerful?
And are they all teamed up together against something, or they're fighting each other?
The plot in the comics is they are. It's different universes fighting. So there's like the X-Men, there's the Fantastic Four, there's the Avengers are going to be fighting
each other.
Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom.
I thought he was Iron Man.
Yeah, that's kind of the
plays both?
gag. Now he's Dr. Doom.
It's a different character completely.
Different character, but probably like a different version of Iron Man. But you're going to be
Doom?
in it, so you got to get familiar.
Can I say that sounds like a knockoff from our show? Our villain was Dr. Dark. So it sounds like Dr. Doom was stolen from Dr. Dark, who was also created by Stan Lee. Thank you very much. So I would love to. Are they casting or are we just making this up?
Well, Robert Downey Jr. said that's not the full cast. There's still more names that are going to be added. So I think there's still a possibility for you. Because I didn't see the Trisha Paytas chair in the 6-hour live stream, but there's still hope.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, people do cosplay as Miss Limelight. She is a legend. I'm probably available if they're not shooting this summer. If they shoot after July, I'm available.
I think they start shooting in April.
Of next year?
This year. But they go for a while. It'll be like 6 months of shooting. So, and I'm sure you could be a small cameo or something.
I don't want to be a small cameo. I've done the small cameo role. I'm ready for the lead now. I really feel like
Robert Downey Jr.
Well, I'll take a 28 billing, I guess. That'd be with all the 28 people. And you don't know the other names of anyone else? So I could
like
be.
Paul Rudd, Florence Pugh.
Okay.
Okay. Who else? Oh,
Paul Rudd.
Pedro Pascal.
As Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, see, you know some things.
I did look that up. I was like, who's? And it's like, oh, I'll remember that name. How about is Paul Rudd Ant-Man?
Yeah. See, you're pretty good. Yeah. No one. I was really. Oh, actually, Rebecca Romaine is going to be back as Mystique.
Oh, wasn't Jennifer Lawrence that too?
Yeah, but Rebecca Romaine's was more iconic, and yeah, Jennifer Lawrence didn't like playing Mystique.
Why?
So she didn't like the blue makeup.
Oh. Well, did you not know that before she took the role?
Well, she got it before Hunger Games, and then she got really famous after Hunger Games, and then she was like over it. Yeah, she was over it.
Yeah.
She wore a jumpsuit, only did her face and makeup. Yeah.
I would love to be painted blue. I would love to be Mystique. Why are you laughing? Oh my God, you're laughing.
Oh, I just love it because Hunter Schafer is being like fan cast as Mystique. I guess you versus Hunter Schafer could go either way.
I would like to audition against Hunter Schafer. Yes, I think I could maybe land the role. I think I'm confident. I have another big audition this week for another big TV show. So I'm in my acting era right now, and I love it. And I love that I'm like fat, and people are like, "Oh, you should audition." I was like, I love that there's still fat roles out there. You know what I mean? I'm like, they need a fat superhero.
They actually. Yeah, there needs to be some like body diversity because I think in the Avengers Doomsday everyone's a skinny.
Why? It's like, guess what? I'm on stage for an hour and a half every night, running around, jumping. I'm pregnant. I can do it all. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why they don't have
She can
this.
be called Ozempia.
That is crazy.
That's
What?
crazy. I thought you were against the Ozempic.
Right, she's a villain.
Oh, like her nemesis is Ozempia.
Yeah, like she
Okay.
turns
Miss
people so
Limelight.
skinny that they disappear. Like they shrivel up and disappear.
Okay,
Wow,
Miss
okay.
Limelight versus Ozempia. That's fierce. Yeah, I see it. I do see the
love
vision
it?
now. Yeah.
Oscar did love it. That was a laugh. That was a genuine laugh.
Because at first I thought you would be Ozempia. I was like,
That's what I thought too. I was like, I thought you don't want me to take it. I'll do it if you give me that shot. I'm doing it anyways. I'm doing Ozympia.
Meghan Trainor, that reminds me, she just talked about her body transformation, and she credits it to, quote, trying all the things, which...
Oh, what a mood, me. Manjaro, Ozympia, gastric, Sadie, whatever they're doing, give it to me.
She said that science is her secret to her new look and her new body.
Is that Ozempic?
She didn't say Ozempic specifically.
But that's
she
what it
said
is.
that's what the audience is implying. She said, I learned a lot of tricks that I had no idea about. I was working out so incorrectly for so long. I was running and doing cardio and my body was inflamed. But she was looking into ways to biohack her body in order to slow down her aging process. She said she just learned about NADs, which are food supplement capsules. And she started taking those. And she's like, I was like, make me Hailey Bieber. I'll do it. I'll take it.
Ooh. Positive.
It's a
Hailey
commercial.
Bieber.
You just read it. I heard a commercial.
What is it? What's it for? I didn't even know what's
Whatever
for.
that supplement is.
NADs?
I looked into it. It was expensive.
Is it
as
generic
well.
or is it like a brand?
It's
NAD?
a brand, and it's like a it's like a capsule
look
of.
good.
She does look good, but people are implying Ozempic, but I'm sure it probably helps if you are taking those food supplement capsules. But I have no idea. You're right. It was giving commercial because I clicked that link expeditiously. I was like, what is this? But then I saw the price. I was like, I don't know about that.
What's the price?
It was like, it was in pounds too, and it was like 90 pounds.
Oh yeah, that'll trick you.
For 1 month's bottle.
It's like 100 and.
They're like the worst because
80.
if you think about her last name and pounds, like it's the worst.
Trainer pounds?
First I'm thinking trainer. I'm like, she says she had bad train, like she didn't know how to work out.
Oh.
And then the thing is in pounds. Everything about it just sounds really from a parallel universe. That's
The Moses fans out there will get it. They'll be like, I get
The
it,
water
Moses.
droplets.
Yeah.
The water droplets are cackling right now.
Love it. I never know quite how to take, because these are also, you think, keep in mind, these are jokes Moses makes on the show and he never makes these in real life. So I'm
He's
always
saving
like,
them. He's saving
Yeah,
them for
because
the
we never
Wait.
have these conversations in real life. Like it's so
we
weird.
had these conversations.
Everything about that story was weird.
Got it. Love it. Okay. I'm here for it, babe. That was good.
It's late.
True, it is. It's just late. It is
I
going to be a
liked it.
kooky
No,
episode.
fans will they'll love it.
Yeah.
I do. I'm with you. Meghan Trainor can't find a trainer that works for her. Is that what you were saying? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like she
Okay.
needed to, Like she could have opened gyms. Like she could have been completely a
Right.
different
She could be
line
your
of work.
trainer. Meghan the trainer.
It is me think,
Next.
yeah. But it did make me realize, I'm like, damn, all the thick icons have fallen. Like,
Not me.
You're literally the last thick icon we have left, I think.
The last person who doesn't want to lose weight. I'm just,
Right? Like, who else? Like,
No
everyone was
one.
like, yes, body positivities. And I don't blame any of these girls, by the way. I don't blame them about that
I
face.
wish I could look like Remy Bader. I wish I was 100 pounds too.
Like Lizzo, everyone, I'm like, I don't blame that. But
Yeah.
everyone who was like the iconic like body acceptance anthems, they've all fallen.
They all hated their bodies. They're all like, this bad shit. Look, it's a struggle. It's like, I get it, because it's like everybody, I've always said this, I really truly feel like every fat person like wants to feel what it feels like to be skinny, myself included. But as I say, I do this every night. I have a little body positivity speech in my shows before my Fat Chicks era. And I just, like, I wouldn't say I love being fat, but I'm also just like really happy in life right now. So I'm like, but the only thing that kind of scares me is like changing something that would make me sick, where I couldn't enjoy the life that I had. Because Remy talks about how she had her stomach, they like cut in half basically, and she said she was like nauseous, throwing up for like weeks after. And then obviously with Mounjaro, we know a lot of people that are on it and love it, and they say like literally it changes your brain and the way you think about food noise, as people call it, turns it off. And it's like, I love the idea of all that, because that's what I struggle with. Gosh, I just want to feel full, or I just would love to not think about food all the time. But it's like, does it change your happiness? Because I do love eating dinners together. I love Moses cooking for me. It's just like, I'm so scared to change my life, because it really is. Someone asked me on the show, they're like, if you could change your life with anybody right now, who would it be? And I'm like, truly, I wouldn't. Like, I really, really love my life. Does that mean I like think my body's perfect? Of course, I probably wish I was skinny, but I don't think about it as often as I used to. So I just worry that it'll like change me. But it is tempting. You see everyone get so freaking skinny. We talk about all the time. We see everyone get skinny. It's like, and I've been pregnant for so long that I'm like, damn, I want to be skinny. But I don't know. I really am actually torn with it. But it's more because I'm just like really happy right now. And I'm like, God, I'm finally happy. And then I'm like, I do something to like get up. I get really sick, or, I don't know. Even the people who are on Mounjaro that we know that have done really well with it for a couple, like 2.5 years, that love it, they still will say that first injection, sometimes they get a little nauseous for a day or two. And it's like, so that's like a day that I'm not getting to be with my kids, because I'm like, I guess the flip side is you get more energy, so you can do more with your kids. I guess that's like the flip side of it. I don't know. It's a tough one. It's weird, but we are all obsessed with being skinny. It kind of sucks, right? Yes. Why are we all so obsessed? I always say this in my show too. It's like, it's so crazy to just look at my like Malibu, who's like 2.5, and just like never has. Like, she doesn't think about her body. She doesn't think about, I can't eat this. Oh, how am I gonna look tomorrow in my clothes?
True.
And I was like, where did we lose that?
Honestly, T, when does that like switch happen? It is so sad.
I remember I was like 6 years old, and it was like the Special K commercials, and they were like measuring the girl's waist, the wife's waist. Like, oh, you put on a half an inch, and you're just like, oh. And then, you know, the Anna Nicole Smith of it all, and then everything, and Trim Spawn, like lose weight, and Slim Fast. My mom was on all those Slim Fast commercials, and it's like, I was like 6, I remember like dieting. I remember being like, I want to Slim Fast, like at 6. Like, it's so crazy. It makes me sad, but I also get it too. And yeah, you know, they're like feeling good about themselves. I mean, I think they look good.
Yeah, Meghan Trainor says she's never felt better and more confident.
And that alone makes me want to be like, probably if I was a size 0, oh my God, you couldn't stop me. I'd be unstoppable. But then will I be like everyone else and I won't get casted in all these big shows? I don't know. Maybe not. We're going to try this fall to do some exercise first. And then if the exercise fails, give me that sleeve. Give me that satty, whatever she got. Did you watch the interview?
No.
Really?
I just took your word for it. And I feel like that's all the information I needed.
My whole TikTok was this. After we talked about it, my whole TikTok was this for like, it's still all this. Like, people just really pissed. Like, I didn't realize people were so pissed about it. Like, I gave my take on it because I was like, oh, whatever. Like, it's kind of weird. But people are mad at her. Like, they really, I don't know. They're really upset. I guess they feel duped because she kind of didn't talk about it for so long. It was kind of like implying that she did like she was going to stop talking about her body or whatever. Because people are like, oh, we're not upset that she lost weight. We're upset about her not being like forthcoming about it, I guess. Like, not being like, oh, I did get help or something like that, and just like acting like it was just natural. She also had said that her boyfriend broke up with her out of the blue of 2 years just for no reason. And then on Chloe, she said, oh, he broke up with her because she gained weight. So then people were like, well, okay, liar.
Oh my God.
I know. I think people are being a little hard on her, but it's okay. You know what? I'm holding it down. I really do like to eat, so, you know.
Damn, maybe you don't, because maybe people will turn on you if you get too skinny.
They know. I'm holding it down for the fatties. I got to get all the fat rolled. I'm holding it down. And you know what? I will say, I do love my shows because, like, we have people of all sizes, but I do love when people who are, like, my size or whatever comes up and he's like, you know, you made me feel okay to be in this body. And I'm like, oh, it is okay. And you know, because you would tell anyone else when it's yourself, you're like, ew, I'm disgusting. You're right. But then when you look at people and they're like, and the people who think they're fat, and I'm just like,
you're so right.
It's so sad. And I look at them, I'm just like, well, no, you don't need to change. Like, you look so good. It's so crazy. And it's like, yeah, it makes me really, really sad. I mean, if you're on like 1,000-pound life, I guess, yeah, then you're probably kind of fat. You probably should lose some weight. But like some of these girls, I mean, if you're like walking and talking and dressing cute, like if
it's a big health concern, like if
you can't move.
Yeah. Then obviously, but if it's just like an aesthetic thing and you're like healthy and stuff, like.
And I'm healthy. Yeah. I go to a doctor every 2 weeks. Okay. I go to 2 doctors every 2 weeks and I do all my blood work. I do all my tests and I'm healthy. Okay. I don't know. Where did we get on that? Who started
Meghan
that?
Trainor.
And you know what? It is another one that we lost because she was all about that base.
She was all about that
base.
base.
And now she's like, I'm skinny. So sorry to you fatties who believed all that. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of my brand, but also it's just, I really do just like to eat and I don't know.
It is crazy though, because like looking back at the All About That Base era, she really was never like big.
I know.
But I guess in pop girl world, right, she was the bigger one, but it is crazy. I mean, her body was like something, like she was pretty teeny even for the big girl.
You look at Lizzo and okay, she was big. She was a big girl. So like that makes sense for her brand. But yeah, Meghan Trainor was like in this like little corset with like tiny legs. I was like, okay, that's not fat, but even Lizzo's skinny. Everyone's skinny. It's crazy. And Remy said people treat her better, and I guess that's like the tea of it all is like people do treat you better. But I feel like I'm a success story though for a fat person. I'm dancing. I'm on tour. I feel like I'm a success. I think I am.
Clothing sponsorships.
Check.
Yeah.
Fashion Nova.
No food sponsorships though.
You are wrong about that. I won't say the brand, but I got a major brand deal with something with food coming in May.
Wow.
Over the weekend, we were texting with my agent, and I did a nice screenshot and something. It's happening. It's confirmed. So wait till you see this collaboration dropping. It's not even a collaboration; it's just me promoting this food item, and I'm very excited. And I was like, wow! So
you're doing it all.
I'm promoting the hell out of this. Don't worry. Even just for that, I have to do one video. I'm going to talk about it forever because
you have to break down. You have to break the glass ceiling.
Yes. I was very happy. I did see someone who was bigger promoting something. I can't remember. Not Domino's. I know that. I can't even order Domino's because I'm like thinking about how they're just sellouts, just going for all these skinny people who don't eat Domino's like I do. I do love Domino's. It's really good. But I have one coming, a major one, so it's very exciting.
Big.
It's kind of new, actually. It's kind of new, but it's food. It is big. Yeah. They know what's up. And people always tell me, you influence me. If you're eating something, you influence me.
You do.
Thank you. Do I influence you eating?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And it kind of subliminally, like, I know you're not even trying. You're just, like, literally posting food because you're excited. And I'm like, oh, that sounds good.
Same. Okay, I saw someone texted me a picture of Lady Gaga in Hollywood eating McDonald's. She had her hair in her little, like, top knot. And that's how I wear my hair at the airport. I look crazy. I have, like, wig glue it. I have my hair in a top knot. And she's, like, chowing down on McDonald's. And then I was at the airport today. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get McDonald's, too, because Lady Gaga's eating it. And she looked just like me doing it. So I think we all, there's certain people who can influence people what to eat. And I think I influence people what to eat. And people always tell me, oh, I got bangin' buns. I got this. I got PF Chang's. I got Capital Girl because of you. And I was like, period. Because it's good. And I know good food. I know great food, actually. There's a new Pizza Hut crust. There's like a new, did you see? It's like a little cheesy pretzel one. It looks really good, too. We have to try that.
Yeah.
There's so many good food options coming out. Snack-a-later. They tell me all the new stuff happening.
You're on the beat.
I really am. I'm like, if there's something new, I want to try it.
You can't stop the beat. I guess it's just you and Nikki Blonsky, now that I think about it.
Triggered. Triggered. Oh my God. I'm still not over that conversation. That's crazy. I was thinking about that in the airport today, actually. I was like, that's crazy. You just start
You could
beating someone
visualize
up.
it when you were there.
Yeah. Like, I can't even imagine. And then, like, your family doing it too. Like, what is happening? That's trash. That's trash. It's just trash. I'm sorry. That's crazy. She should date Morgan Wallen. They can just start throwing shit everywhere. They seem like a good couple. They would get on.
I think she's queer.
Oh, okay. Well.
I think she just has a wife.
Oh, what? Well, good for her. There's hope for us all. You know, I'm good for her. Okay, we love that. Is she cute?
Huh?
Have you seen her?
Yeah. I think,
cute?
yeah, they look cute together.
Okay.
I just still can't get, I was like laughing about it until honestly, every time I think and recall that conversation of you discovering Nikki Blonsky's problematic past, that was wild. I'll never forget it. That's one of those moments I think I'll never forget.
And like, why did you not tell me this? Like, I watch Nikki Blonsky all the time. Like, I don't understand why
I told you,
were.
you looked so happy. I didn't want to burst that bubble.
Most always waits. Also, when I came home, not that anything like bad happened, but he like waited to tell me something until I came home today. He's like, "Well, I need to be stressed about it, so I didn't want to tell you on Saturday." I was like, "Tell me on Saturday so I can like handle it and process it."
You have shows. You're going to perform. All that. I know you.
You didn't Russell Brand me. You were not.
It was
like,
better. This way it was like quick, fast. This is what happened. This is what's happening.
Well, I'm like trying to shower,
This is
get
where
ready
we're
for today, and then he's like, "Oh, well, by the way, this," and it's like again nothing crazy, but it does put me in a little spiral when things change. I'm always like,
Right.
"Oh my gosh, okay."
So how long did that spiral? It was like an hour or two instead of the whole
I'm
weekend.
still thinking about it. And I was like, "Why
Yeah,
didn't you
but
tell
you'd
me
be
on
like the whole week.
Saturday
But
so
at
I could
least
have
now I'm
prepared?"
here and I'm with you because I took care of it, so everything's fine.
Okay, thanks for taking care. The Nikki Blonsky one. Is there a hot topic on Nikki Blonsky or just
I just said you can't stop the beat, and then and then I remembered.
They are bringing Hairspray back to Broadway, so I swear if they give it to, I'm really the only fat girl besides Nikki Blonsky left, and she already played it, so give it to me. There's just not, right? There's just not. Probably Chrissy Metz, maybe? Is she still big? I don't know. I haven't seen her in a while. She probably also got the sleeve. She probably also like this.
And you also passed the airport test because you've been in so many airports and no problem there.
Getting weighed? Or what?
Not fighting.
Not what? Oh, not fighting. Well, I mean, anyone
When
who's
do you
not.
get weighed at the airport? The little baggage?
I think.
If I go on the airplane.
I don't know, for a private jet, maybe we didn't get weighed, but I thought maybe we should. I'm like, how many of us are? I was with a bunch of thin people. Yeah, they were skinny. I was like, well, I guess I'll.
It's not
just
an
wait.
elevator.
Well, the elevators were 5,000 pounds, and guess what? I think about that when there's a ton of people in the elevator. I'm always just like, trying to calculate everyone's weight in our head, and I'm like, oh my god, it's very scary.
So, people did have one gripe with your show is that you and Callie didn't perform the cup song.
You can't do it. You need
I
a
wish you
table
would
and
have
a cup.
texted me because the second night we could have done that.
I saw it this morning.
Oh,
God.
that's such a good one.
Callie really ate with the cup song. She can slay the cup song, honestly.
You're right. We can't think of stuff on the spot. We're like, what do we sing? We definitely didn't know. I don't know lyrics to anything anymore. damn. We
Did
should
you
have done
guys
that.
sing
You're right.
Joseph all the time? Like,
Yeah, but nobody wants to sing Joseph. No one's requesting Joseph. We take requests. They want Hamilton. They want Chapel Rock. It's like the same songs. But no one ever wants Joseph. And then I see some songs. I'm like, nobody wants that. Someone did request Donny Osmond, and the crowd went mild. Everyone's like, okay. I always love to at my pre-show. I always do like random songs, and I always think they're popular. Like I did Clay Aiken in Raleigh because that's where he's from, and people were just like, "What?
What song did you do?
If I was invisible,
That's all I
then
know.
I could just watch you in your room." I love. We talk about this song. I love Clay Aiken. I did Usher in Atlanta. Literally, everyone. I was singing like, "You remind me of a girl that I," and everyone's like, "Who sings it?" I was like, "He's from Atlanta." I kind of flopped, but then I did Celine Dion yesterday because it was her birthday.
How'd that go?
Flopped. I need to get the younger songs.
is
That's why I'm
that
trying Justin Bieber.
the happy birthday? I thought somebody in the crowd or something.
Wait, what?
I saw you singing clips of you singing happy birthday.
Oh, that was to people in the crowd. It was not to Celine Dion.
Oh,
I was singing
okay.
it to
Because
people.
I commented happy birthday, and I was like, oh,
Oh, Moses commenting first on everything. Yes, I was actually singing to someone. That'd be crazy if I sang to Celine
now I
Dion.
can't comment anymore. Like, I can't comment the three
Why?
symbols anymore. Because TikTok was like, you
Spam.
said that, you commented that too much. So
Yeah, you did. You need to switch it up.
They
I
stopped
switch it
me.
up. I'm like, oh, this is great. Lovely. She looks great. You,
Lovely.
It would just be the three, like heart eyes, prayer hands. Yeah, that was a little spammy.
Well, it depends what the song was, but
Did you switch it up now? Do you comment or you just stop commenting?
now it's like less emojis.
Oh my God. Well, you got to keep commenting. People live for those.
It's a lot of TikToks. I mean, it's a lot.
Moses is on
Trish
the
talk.
beat.
He's on
Yes.
Trish talk.
Trish talk. That's all it is. It's a good vibe.
Did you see the TikTok Sabrina Carpenter reposted?
Of me?
No.
No, I don't know.
you
I didn't
imagine?
see. What was it?
She reposted a TikTok of a girl and it had text on it. It said, "When I had to convince myself he was attractive, but he ended up breaking up with me." And everyone's kind of relating it to obviously Barry Keoghan.
Obviously. Wow, so that, I guess the T is one, that he wasn't attractive, and two, he broke up with her.
Yeah, but then people were turning on Sabrina, and I saw on Twitter everyone was mad at Sabrina over it, and there was like a viral tweet that said, "If you have to convince yourself the guy you are dating is attractive, you are the bad person in the situation, and good for him for leaving." Which I don't know if I agree with. It had 87,000 likes and 4.8 million views.
Oh my gosh.
And I think maybe just like my interpretation, my parasocial interpretation is like maybe just right off the bat, Barry Keoghan's not like the traditional hot, hunky guy.
Yeah.
He's like that kind of quirky hot.
Right.
But she, like, the more she got to know him, that attraction started.
Yeah, I think that's Benny Blanco. I think that's anyone who's
Yeah.
not like a hot hunk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not Justin Bieber. It's like, yeah, you grow the attraction, so I don't think that makes her a bad person. And then also someone does you wrong, then of course you're gonna be like, ew, he was so ugly.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you're so right, yeah.
That's how it is. Because like there's people I've dated that everyone's like, oh, he's like not cute, but I thought he was like, I don't know. Yeah, you like, think they're cute. At first you're like, oh, I don't know. But then you think they're cute. And then after they do you dirty, like, ew, you're disgusting. You're an ugly dog piece of shit. Human. You're lucky you got to even touch me, and now I like thinking about ugh. So like it just had changes too over time. So she's probably like for healing was like, oh, the person I had to convince that was attractive, actually he's the one that broke up with me, and it does hurt. It actually hurts worse when an ugly breaks up with you because you're like,
You're right,
you know what
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and it's like you are actually so unattractive. So like when you can kind of get past the stage of that, then you like look back and you're like, who do you think you are? And it's always the uglies that break up with the cute ones. It always is. And then Barry Keoghan is like attractive, but yeah, he's not Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Especially Sabrina Carpenter. She is like one of the most coveted girls in Hollywood, right? Like
Yeah.
everyone loves Sabrina. Girls love her, guys love her.
And like conventionally attractive. She's thin and blonde and petite and freaky and, you know, everything.
Freaky.
Yeah, everything a guy wants. She's like a male fantasy.
She's a little
like,
bombshell,
She
yeah.
is. She's like a Marilyn Monroe. Everyone finds her attractive. So, and not everyone finds Barry Keoghan attractive. That's okay, but it's also like.
He got hotter after he started dating Sabrina, right? It's like the Pete Davidson effect.
Pete
with Ariana.
Davidson,
Yeah.
Benny Blanco. Everyone's like, oh, we love him. He's so cute. It's like,
Once the quirky guy is hot girl approved, they
That's so
become a
true.
lot hotter.
that's so true.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, okay, I want to date him too. Mm-hmm. Hot girls, stop giving ugly guy chances.
I don't know if that's the takeaway.
That's the takeaway. That is.
Sometimes it works. Like
takeaway.
a Barry and Selena Gomez. Benny and
yes.
Selena Gomez. Right, it works sometimes.
Okay, that's true. But he's
Yeah.
got to be really extra special like that. And treat
Yeah.
you really good. They were on the Jay Shetty podcast. Did we already talk about that one?
The Selena and Benny.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
I think I'll go on Jay Shetty's podcast if he asks.
You gave him the Streamy Award, so
Oh yeah,
you should be invited.
I want to go. I don't want to do many podcasts these days, but I think I would do.
You'll make
Jay
an
Shetty.
exception for Jay Shetty.
I have questions for him too, especially if he was a monk. I need to know more about this monk lifestyle that he lived and why were you only there for 7 years? Like I just have monks for life, you know?
Oh, was it 7?
Or was it 3? It's a short amount of time. I gotta look it
Very
up.
Piper on the White Lotus kind of
I was
tease.
gonna
Like
say.
Oh yeah.
on vacation, decided to go. Yeah.
Me. It's like Buddhist. I was a Buddhist for a little while too. Maybe a couple months, right? I think that's the beginning of my spiritual journey. I started reading these books. Well, first I started like Hare Krishna because I love the mantras. Then it was kind of like Hinduism, but I couldn't be vegan. Buddhism too, I couldn't be vegan. I was like, okay, well, let me take what I can get. But you can't really fully be Buddhist if you're eating animals, is what I learned. So it was very hard for me.
But there is like a lighter version of it, like that is more
Buddhism light.
Yeah, because people now, I don't know why, everyone is like having conversations with Chat GPT, like they're talking to them about the meaning of life and stuff. But anyway, there was
Moses.
like,
It's
so
just
like
Moses.
which religion would you choose? And it was like humanism and light Buddhism, kind of like influenced with Buddhism.
Yeah, I love Buddhism. I was a little bit of a Buddhist. We have Buddhists all over the house. That's why I use this. I was a little bit of a Buddhist for a while. That's why I need to go. I want to ask Jay Shetty. Also, why did he start a podcast? And why does he have all the famous people on there? You know what I mean? Why doesn't he have like less famous people on there? Like people who know the meaning of life. Like why isn't there a Buddhist on there?
So maybe he should come here.
Okay, yeah. I have questions.
Pod
It
swap.
sounds like people.
Me and Jeff Wooding. Go to his house in Hollywood. I'll pod swap it with Jay Shetty. I think he's real.
Jay
like,
Shetty?
do you think that's his real persona?
I don't know. I really don't know much about him. I know that he was the one that what's it called when you marry two people?
Ordained.
Oh yeah, officiated.
officiated.
He officiated Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's wedding.
Oh, what?
I know he's friends with like everyone.
It kind of gives me that red string trend. Remember when everyone in Hollywood was wearing red strings?
like Madonna had like the little red, the
He's
Kabbalah, the Kabbalah.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's the red string of 2025, where he's just kind of everywhere, like the Kardashians,
and everyone likes him. Yeah.
Okay, well, I hope he turns out to be a good guy. When I was in North Carolina, I'm like, who's famous from North Carolina? Everyone's like, Mr. Beast. Or one person did it. And then the crowd booed. They're like, boo. I was like, oh. And then those poor people like just sat down. I was like, oh my God. I was like, do we like Mr. Beast? Everyone's like, boo. I was like, he's the most famous person from North Carolina besides Plague.
Mr. Beast is putting a video together, and I think this is your opportunity to finally collaborate with him.
Oh, I would love.
He is putting together an all-star team of YouTubers' biggest and best basketball players. And after seeing your Trish talk, where you honestly were kind of good at basketball, I think you might have a shot of making the team.
This sounds more like you because you're obsessed with playing basketball.
I was influenced by you because I never thought about basketball until I saw the Trish talks of you and Moses playing basketball.
Okay.
Yes, when you were holding it down for the WNBA, and you were showing that girls can play ball. Girls can ball, y'all.
Wait till you eat this crap.
And guess what
I'm
I
gonna eat
did?
it.
I subscribed to your $9.99 tier on your YouTube channel on Blonde Sundal for MJ.
What?
To get the behind the scenes of Trish Talks.
Stop it.
Yes. And
Is it on there still?
Yes. And it was the raw footage of you playing basketball, and you were really just shooting that ball in that
Was
net.
it good?
You were.
Did I make them?
I thought it was done in post production. You
Wow.
scoring,
What?
and you were actually making the baskets. Whatever.
Well, how many videos do I have on my memberships?
There's quite a few, a lot of random ones. You had a behind the scenes for every Trish talk, and then randomly you had like a pimple popping video. I didn't watch that one, but
What?
you have a lot of members only videos, and it's exclusively the $9.99 tier, because I did like the basic tier to try to watch this behind the scenes of the Trish talks, and it was like, you actually have to subscribe to this tier, and I was like, okay,
Wait,
because
what
I
was
really wanted it.
Was $6.99 like live streams? Probably.
Probably, yeah.
That is so funny. I don't remember doing behind the scenes. Or was it just like on
I
it was just like
remember.
It was
raw?
just raw footage. I thought it would be like
the-
a making the video thing, but
Because
it was
whenever we
just raw
did the
footage.
No,
Trish
never.
talks, we would also edit like just kind of like a collage of behind the scenes.
But
and
he's saying
stuff.
it wasn't
The
edited. It was just
basketball
raw.
one. It was
Oh.
6 minutes of you playing, but not even Moses. It's just you playing basketball.
Was someone filming me? He was following?
Yeah, you're being filmed.
Okay. Subscribe.
But it was giving me basketball team, so I think it could be on this Mr.
so
Beast.
what's he doing? He's casting
He's
what?
putting together a basketball team of American creators because he got challenged by a Uruguayan YouTuber who has 65 million subscribers, which is like It's crazy, the world of YouTube.
I
Like, someone
know.
could be out there with 65 million subscribers and I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
Um,
65 million?
65 million. And he wants a basketball game between the biggest English-speaking and the biggest Spanish-speaking creators.
Oh.
So he challenged Mr. Beast to this game of
Do
basketball.
we really need division in 2025? Like, why are we putting that
That's true.
against
We need
each
to
other?
unite the world. Spanish speakers,
That's
English,
crazy.
everyone.
Just keep separating everybody. Okay. And Mr. Beast's like, yes. Where's my English speakers at? Like, that's so weird.
Where are my English ballers at?
Like, what? Oh, you're bilingual. You can't be on the team. It's like so weird. Okay, well, I'll do it. I do speak English.
I do play basketball.
And I play
You
basketball.
fit the criteria, so I think this is
Could you
your
imagine?
chance.
What would I say if he asked me? I probably would do it, right? For
Yeah,
the
you
plot, for the hot topics
Yes.
of it. I'm in my saying yes era. All right, I'll do it. Hit me up, Mr.
Jimmy,
Beast.
come on. You know where to find us.
Yeah, he's another one. I don't know. I go back and forth with. It's like, I don't know. He seems dubious.
He is
but
a little bit of a flip-flopper, right? I don't know.
As am I.
I was very anti-Jimmy Donaldson for a little bit. Now I'm like, do I care? I don't know if I care anymore.
I know, but that's the problem also with the world is we stop caring. But then also, like, I guess we should just stop caring about some things. Like, I don't know. I guess we have to do more of deep dives. I need a full, like, essay on why we should not talk about them anymore.
Yeah, because he does do some good things. He's
Plants
trying to
trees.
plants trees. He collects the trash out of the beaches or whatever. But
Yeah.
he does the freaking feastables and the beast games and the hide and seek. And I'm like, damn, like, wait, I guess no one is perfect. But also, I don't know if I trust him.
I know, but then
mean,
maybe he's awful.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you're like, oh damn, it's like the Nikki Blonsky where we're like, oh
Yes.
well then yeah, you should be
I
canceled.
have to remind myself of the Christmas engagement in the Mr. Beast pajamas when he proposed, and I did a thing, and I'm like, you're
Well, that's more just ew.
cringe.
Ick.
Yeah.
I think
Was
they
it-
saw the success of all the the boxing on YouTube, so they probably just chose another
next
sport.
thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
just chose it.
Basketball. Who wants to watch that? Didn't you say your big? Was this you? I was saying like your fear of proposing is doing a Shane Dawson proposal on 2
Yes.
knees. That's all I could think about now. I always think about that. I'm always just like, we just said something now that reminded me of it, and I was like, oh, because the ick of him
Jimmy's-
proposing.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, you can't really mess up that proposal.
Yeah, because when we did the Newlywed Challenge, Trisha was asking when I'm going to propose, and I'm like, honestly, it needs to be when the Ozempic is hitting and when I need to practice. Because I see so many parallels between me and Shane Dawson,
Yes.
like against my will sometimes. Like he does these OOTDs now, and I have like the same shirts that he has.
Stop it.
And we go to the same mall, and we're both cancers.
You are so similar. When we do Patreon, I'm like, I get flashbacks.
It's shocking. Oh my god! Like
Yeah.
it comes out sometimes, and I'm like, I could see myself doing a 2-knee, like on accident.
I want you
know?
to do that so bad. That's so
I don't know.
iconic.
I don't know if I can make my proposal a bit. You know what
I know, but I
don't
think you'll
I
just do it, and I want it to happen. I just want the 2-knee proposal.
I would smash the wedding photographer, or the engagement photographer. I would smash my camera, and those photos will never see the light of day ever.
God, okay, Morgan Wallen, calm down. Just smash the
Off a
things.
6-story building.
Just throw it off. I'm excited for your proposal. I think it's gonna be good. Proposals always go a little awry. You know, Moses lost the ring in the sand. You could see it in the video. He has to go back and look for that ring. It's like we were in the sand pits and
The
he just dropped the
dunes.
ring. I was like, oh yeah. That's where it is. Dune's not his favorite movie, apparently.
Ponyo.
Ponyo, which I don't know if you've ever even
spoilers.
seen it. I'm really trying to fathom if you've seen Ponyo.
Many times, at least 10 times.
You've
At
seen
least
Ponyo
10
10
times?
times.
Oh yeah, it's one of those movies.
Okay, and then
Him and Harry Daniels holding it down for the Ponyo stands.
people do like the name Ponyo. People love to give the name suggestions, and they do say Ponyo is pretty good. And I was like,
But the movie like Akira, I saw even more times. Like this is movies that when I was younger and
A Miyazaki stand.
who's that? Who's a Miyazaki?
the director of those
Yeah.
movies.
Oh, you know? How do you know that? Wow, look at you.
He did Totoro and Spirited
No,
Away.
she hasn't seen. I don't think she's seen any of these movies.
I've seen none
They're
of those.
cute. I feel like you would think they're cute.
We'll
I
watch
like
Ponyo
cartoons.
with Malibu one day. We'll watch it together.
Okay. I guess if that's the name of our third baby, we'll have to. I gotta watch it first before I commit to the name, but sounds good to me.
Another bombshell girl that I'm very excited for is Sydney Sweeney. She's officially single.
Officially, I thought it was just speculation.
No, people confirmed that her and her fiance, Jonathan Davino, have split.
No.
Yeah.
Weren't they like producing partners too?
Yeah, I think so. And they started dating in 2018, got engaged in 2022. So they've been together a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's been rumors for a while that they called off their engagement because Sydney a couple weeks ago deleted a photo of them together, and then she was seen without her off her Instagram, and she was seen without her engagement ring. So it's been a buzz for a while, but then over the weekend she attended Glen Powell's sister's wedding, so it reinvigorated the
oh no!
Yeah.
What if that wasn't just a PR? They actually were in love.
Honestly,
they just were having an affair the whole time.
Honestly,
no, maybe not. Maybe they're just friends.
They could just be friends, but a lot of people are thinking it's like the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce effect, where like she gets out of a long-term relationship and then like finds the right one right after.
Oh, so what?
And Glenn is like very supportive of her like career and always talks about how big of a star she is and how smart she is.
Well, she really is the biggest star right now, so I kind of feel like she needs to. I guess Glen Powell is a good one, but I mean, you just gotta have a long relationship, and if you have a business with them, because then they produce anyone but you together, her and her fiance, ex-fiance.
Because she started her own production company and everything, so.
Damn, she's only like 28, right? She's like young.
Yeah. She's 27.
Oh my gosh. She might have been 27, just like having all the hot guys and producing.
That
and
is my. The thing I fear for Sydney Sweeney is guys are disgusting, and immediately the tweets of like people trying to shoot, like people DMing her trying to shoot their shot. First of all, she's not gonna. She has Glen Powell as an option. She's not gonna go to Rick in the middle of Omaha, Nebraska. You know what I mean?
Like celebrities were like,
no, just like shot. Gross guys and I feel like freaking Harry Jowsey is gonna break up with Lucy Hale, try to get with Sydney Sweeney.
It's
Harry
like that.
Jowsey. Yeah.
Even Logan Paul, I remember, was thirsting after Sydney Sweeney like a few years ago. Like he's just like, she's so hot.
Yeah,
like,
so that I do fear for that. I mean, Sydney's pretty good at like taking the patriarchy and using that to her advantage, I think.
Right. She can like
she's really she's very good at monetizing it, but that's a sister to me, so I do worry for her in that sense. But I'm kind of here for her and Glen Powell.
I like it too.
He seems very sweet. He really likes her. Remember when she hosted SNL, he just like showed up in the audience to support her?
That is true. They said they were manifesting that we're going to have a relationship when he stood up. And he's like, oh, wait, what? I think they look too similar, though. I always get a little weird. You actually put me onto this. Weird out when couples look a little too close to each other.
That's true. I don't know. To me, they don't look identical. I'm used to gay couples who look identical.
Well, they're not identical twins, but they're siblings for sure. Yeah.
Or cousin. They could be like a cousin vibe.
They look like brother, sister.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of for it. Okay. I'm kind of for it.
I'm not against
Glen
it.
Powell is so sweet, and I feel like he really likes her. I feel like his girlfriend at the time broke up with him for a reason. Like she was kind of like over it. Or Sydney's fiance Jonathan really stuck it out for a while. Like they were together through all of that.
Yeah. That's a lot to go through too. Like a PR where you have to pretend to like, be, are they, will they, won't they, are they?
Yeah. And then her co-star in her new movie, The Maid, is
what's The Maid about?
It's like a thriller. It's based off a book.
Is she the maid?
She might be the maid, or Amanda Seyfried might be. I think she's the maid.
Oh, Amanda Seyfried.
But the guy in it, I think his name Brandon Sklenar, the guy from How It Ends With Us. The Atlas, yes.
Good for him getting another job. He kept his mouth shut. He's like, I want to continue to work.
Head down, just keep them moving.
Yeah.
But he's the love interest. And then there was these TikToks of her like they were doing like flips and stuff, and she was like really flirty. So everyone's like, oh, she's reheating the flirting with the co-star Nachos.
Well,
on this movie, it seems to work. It's a good strategy.
People like it. She's that girl,
Yeah, I rate hard for Sydney Sweeney. I like that girl a lot, and I'm rooting for her. But guys, just don't be gross about her. But I guess if she gets rich off of it, then power to you, Sydney.
That's true. Mm-hmm. She's got a nice body.
But she's smart as hell, though, because she is really producing those movies. She has the movie The Maid coming out, which is based off a popular book. And then she also is producing this, like, viral Reddit story about, like, it was another, like, thriller kind of vibe that she just got greenlit. And then she, like, sought out the director herself.
Oh, my God.
And, like, asked him to be in it. So she's a business girl. Let me see. It's a famous name.
That is crazy.
She's really smart, and I feel like she doesn't get enough credit for like how business savvy she is.
Yeah, to be like producing films at that age, starring in them.
Yeah,
getting people around for
and
it.
Anyone But You made so much money.
We watched it, and we don't watch very many movies because we don't have time. But I was like, I want to watch this movie.
It's called "I Pretended to Be a Missing Girl So I Could Rob Her Family." It's based off of a Reddit story from 2021 by an English teacher.
Wait, did the people who write the Reddits get credit? Are they
I'm sure that he must have, because if it's like being it's like in the press release that it's based off of this Reddit story.
Oh, okay. I wonder though how many movies just get like ripped off of Reddit. They see a story and like, oh, we're gonna make this into a movie. You know what I mean? It's good that they give them credit, but
I feel like they could probably sue, right?
I don't know.
Well, it depends, because if you choose to share the story anonymously on the forum, because there's like 100 TikTok's account that's all they do. They just read stories from Reddit, you know.
Which I never knew. There was a girl who does her makeup and she always tells crazy stories. I was like, wow, she has a lot of stories that happen to her. And then at the bottom it would be like from Reddit, whatever. And I was like, oh, because they do it as if they're like, it's their story. And then it's like, oh no, it's a story from Reddit.
And she didn't get the director. She actually got the Oscar winner writer, Eric Roth, and he did Forrest Gump, A Star is Born, Dune Part 1.
Oh, okay.
So she went after a heavy hitter to do the script
and he's
for
like,
it.
yes.
So it's going to be a hit for sure.
I'll see it.
Yeah.
See anything. You saw that horrible one she was in. What was it? The Web?
Madam Web. That's true. I did see it for her.
Yeah,
you're right.
Like, I'm here for Sydney Sweeney.
I am a little Sydney Sweeney warrior. I will see her anything.
Is that her fan name?
I don't know. I'm kind of just running with it.
I love it.
But I love the book The Maid. And when I saw that she was producing it and starring in it, I was like, yes.
Oh, you
yes,
read
yes,
it? You knew it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's one of those like easy reads. Like I read it in a day because it's kind of just like one of those little quick ones, you know?
Oh, okay.
And it was tea. It was like, there's twists and turns. I'm like, okay, work.
Is it like a scary?
It's not scary. It's kind of like a Gone Girl-esque, like that kind of thriller.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's like a psychological thriller, like one of those twists and turns kind of things.
I don't like those two. They give me anxiety. I don't like anything that gives me anxiety. I watch something I'm like, that's why I like White Lotus. I'm like, I can just, and knowing a spoiler, because if I know a spoiler, I'm like, I can just relax. Not knowing who dies is giving me a little anxiety. But
oh, I see, because that is still kind of a murder mystery, like White Lotus. I guess really only the end, I guess, is the anxiety-inducing part. But
no, the whole time, because you're like, oh no, this person's doomed. Oh no, this person. Oh, but he's just getting happy, you know?
I guess I'm at peace with whoever dies. I think I'm kind of just like along for the ride.
Yeah,
I think after Jennifer Coolidge died in season 2, after that, I'm kind of like, now I'm just like gonna be at peace with anyone. Like I don't want to get too attached.
That was sad.
Mm-hmm.
She was on a red carpet talking about it. What were
Minecraft.
So jealous. I want to be in that movie. I'm so sad. Do you think any of the influencers that did Minecraft are in it? Have you heard?
I haven't heard if they're in it.
Do you think Joey's crushed? He's probably like.
He did they had like a London premiere yesterday. He went to it's kind of like the Beetlejuice. There was an LA event at the same time, and he was at that one. But there were some influencers at the London premiere. I think Valkyrie was at the London premiere.
Joey to me is like Minecraft. When I think of him, he had a whole Minecraft channel, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, it's basically me not getting the Domino's sponsorship. It's like everyone associates Domino's with me. Everyone associates Minecraft with him. So that's like crazy to not have like a little cameo, not get invited to the premiere.
Well, you got invited to the LA event.
Well,
that's something.
Nothing. As someone who's been to those fan screenings, it's not the premiere. When I see Tara Yummy, Brittany Broski at the Beetlejuice London premiere, and me and Moses are over here just with people from One Iota free tickets, you know what I mean? It's like not really the same. I guess it's just what happens when you're an old influencer. They're like, you're just going to go to the little fan screening. It's fine. I was appreciative of it. Would I do it again? Maybe not. But.
I think there is going to be a sequel, though, because I heard there's like a post-credit scene in Minecraft movie teasing the next one. So there is still hope for you to be in it. But you don't... I guess Jennifer Coolidge must not have known anything about Minecraft. So there's hope for you, I guess.
I love that she's in it, though. And I love Jack Black. When's it come out? I want to see it. Oh, the Happy Meals come out tomorrow, today, I guess.
The Minecraft Happy Meal?
Yeah.
Oh, work. Okay.
Not an April Fool's. Oh, thank God. We made it. Oh, we made it through almost the whole episode with no April Fool's joke. Oh my gosh. April Fool's is today. We should have April Fool's title, but apparently not, huh? That's kind of.
I think that may be a little problematic, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, yeah. All our titles are April Fool's titles. They're all kind of jokes.
Yeah.
There's never anything serious. All right, we'll be serious. I hate April Fool's Day. I forgot today. Tomorrow is April Fool's Day.
Today is Trans Visibility Day, which is a more iconic holiday than April Fool's anyway.
For sure. I know. I need to make my post about it. I love everyone posting about it, as they should. We love to see. Speaking of, Elon Musk's daughter said she'd come
Vivian,
on Just Trish.
I love Vivian, actually. She's probably my favorite TikToker right now.
Oh, I don't know the lore. Moses sent it to me, and I was like, I need to know the lore. I love it.
I love her. She, like, obviously, yes, like, people discover her because she's very outspoken against Elon, but I don't know. I feel like I could see her just being a personality like beyond that. Like obviously I feel like she'll always have like that political aspect to her, but she is like modeling and stuff, and she's so funny, and she loves like the pop girlies and Drag Race, and she's just like, I could see that for her, like a pop culture kind of girl with the political element. I don't think she has to be just political just because of who her dad is.
I don't know anything about Elon Musk, so I'm going to ask her.
Because also, like, that's not the part she chose. That's the part that's assigned to her.
True.
She talked to her son. They can talk politics. And is it like when she talks to you, she can talk about the things she wants to talk about, you know, not the stuff that...
All right, come on, just Trish.
I love her. She's so cute and she's so funny.
But we didn't see a clip, so is this just a rumor? Because there was never a clip. I haven't seen a clip of it.
True. Someone people said it was a TikTok live.
Why just like not?
I know. She's like, actually, I can't stand that. But I feel like we love all the same things she loves. Like, we love Drag Race. We love Wicked. Like, we love the pop girlies. Like,
we hate Tesla trucks.
Honestly, she's the reason why she de-influenced me when it came to the Cybertruck. So
Shane de-influenced me, but if I see her talk about it, I will add her to the list of de-influencing me as well for a different reason. Those Tesla trucks are ugly.
I live for her. I love her.
Well, that's true. Hey, girl.
I don't know if she's in LA though.
Oh,
but yeah, come on down. Yeah, come on.
Come on out. Where is she?
I honestly have no idea.
Where's Elon Musk?
Where is he?
Yeah.
I think
everywhere.
DC.
Oh, I was just there. I flew in to go to Virginia. Virginia was close to DC.
Oh yeah, Tyson's.
Yes, I could have stopped by.
Yeah,
I'll be there at the Pride.
I can't wait for that.
Elon Musk probably won't be there.
I don't think so.
That's so crazy. Washington DC is crazy. The fact that people live there.
I know.
Like they're just all into politics or what?
I guess so. I guess you're in LA for entertainment and you are in Washington DC
politics.
For politics, yeah.
Learn something new every day.
I did just see The Residence on Netflix.
What's that?
It's a new. I guess it's like a murder mystery. It's a Shonda Rhimes show, and it's like it takes place in the White House, and it was
old or new.
It just came out last week.
How does she have time? She's doing like Bridgerton.
I know.
Like,
she's doing a million shows.
Let me do like another show. That's crazy.
But it was really fun. But it was like the president was gay though, so it was like the yassified version of the White House, and
Who's
I was living
president?
for it. It's just a fictional like gay guy.
Wait, is the actor gay playing a fictional character, or is a fictional gay character?
The president is gay with a husband, like the first gentleman.
Oh,
yeah.
Gee. And you don't know the actors or anything in it.
Uzo Aduba is from Orange Is the New Black, is like the main star of it. I think she's like the main star. I'm sure everyone else has been in something, but she's the one I recognize the most.
There's a new show with Matt Bomer. Have you seen that one?
Yeah,
What is it? I just saw like a little clip and I was like,
ooh,
I want to watch this. I don't know what it is.
Is it like a Hulu show? I want to say it
looked pretty good. He looked pretty good in it. And I was like,
oh, he looks pretty good in anything.
That's the team.
What was it called?
I know. I just saw it and I wanted to write it down. I was like,
oh, Mid-Century Modern.
What does that mean? Mid-Century Modern.
It's gay. It's like from the creators of Will and Grace. It's about 3 gay guys.
I'm on it. I want to watch it, I mean.
After an unexpected death, 3 best friends, gay gentlemen of a certain age, decide to spend their golden years living together in Palm Springs.
Golden years? How old is he? I thought he was like 40.
I guess they're different ages. So one of them is like looks like an older gentleman, and Matt Bomer's in his 40s. So
who are the other ones?
Let me see what their names are.
Is it based on those TikTokers?
Who?
The old gays. I love them. They should sue because I love them. They're great because is it in Palm Springs, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, they did. Good call on that, Moses. That is. Oh my God, they're heating their nachos.
Nathan Lee Graham and Nathan Lane.
Oh my God, when is it? Is it on now? I love that. I love Nathan Lane so much.
I think it is on now on Hulu.
Ooh, he's so good in Modern Family. He's my favorite part. Oh my God, I'm watching it. Done and done. Any of those 3 men want to come on Just Trish? We're looking for guests. I love all them. Oh my God, I love it. I can't believe you haven't been watching it.
It just came out March 28th.
Oh, so it's really new. I'm watching it. We're too busy watching White Lotus. Well, I need something after White Lotus is done. Moses, put it on the list. Well, I have a list. I'll put it on the list. We have to watch it.
This one replaces the one you used to watch, the Traveler Passenger.
Well, that one was
What was
short.
it
That was
called?
a short series, Fellow Travelers. It was only like 8 episodes. I did rewatch that a bunch of times. This sounds very different than Fellow Travelers. This sounds a little more.
Same, just older.
No, this sounds like fun, lighthearted. This was like, that was through decades and then gay not being okay. This is like, oh, we're all gay and we're living life.
How's
We're
your song
gay.
go?
Living life.
You should have used your song.
We're all a little gay. Okay. All a little gay. No way. You can use it if they want to use it.
Bubbly. Great song.
Bubbly's out now. Go check out the music, video.
videos.
It's out everywhere, featuring all my lovely dancers and queens and me. Did you watch it?
I did.
Did you like it?
Yes, it was so cute. And I loved Hormona, Lisa, and Acacia Forgot. They were so cute in it.
So cute.
It was giving like RuPaul's Drag Race Girl Group Challenge. Like,
That's how I felt. I said that on the set. I was like, wait, I feel like we're all in a challenge right
and there
now.
was no Girl Group Challenge this season on Drag Race, so it was fulfilling
That was us.
that.
That was us. Yes, they all looked so good. Their legs were amazing. And Acacia had told me she had lost 60 pounds since the show.
What?
And I was like, how did you do it, girl? How did you do the Ozempic? And she goes, you know what I did? She goes, I just stopped. Instead of ordering 2 entrees, I ordered 1. I was like,
fierce.
tea. I stopped doing that.
60 pounds. That's she's
Yeah.
so tiny on that too.
She was so tiny in person. I was just like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, so crazy. So tiny. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, she
That's
was-
crazy.
It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't really like look heavy and then they're just like, oh, I lost all this weight. Like, did you have that much to lose? It's crazy. But she looked so good. She was actually so sweet and so nice. They just performed together this weekend, Acacia and Hormona. So,
Oh, really?
yes, they're friends. It was really cute. I love them. I love them so much. I did get to watch Drag Race. Did you watch it? I didn't watch it this
Yeah,
week. Who
I
went?
watched
Can you tell me a
it.
spoiler? Who went home?
Spoiler alert, it was a double Shantae, which was Jules versus Anya Nerve were the bottom 2, and I love those are my 2 favorites. Right. Yeah, I would say they're probably I love everyone, but I think they're my 2 favorites. So, and the lip sync was really good. So I'm glad that they were saved.
Oh, Shantae, you stay.
Yes. Not a sachet.
I thought they
away.
both went home.
No, oh my
I
God.
was like, and it was the family challenge.
Yeah, the makeover challenge.
I saw the preview on Twitter and I was like crying. I was like bawling. I was like, oh my gosh. Especially
I
when
know.
the dads came in, I was like, I want to cry.
And I feel like they were at a disadvantage because they were the 2 that had their dads come instead of their moms.
That's
and it's
so
just
not
harder.
fair.
It is harder.
Yeah, like the moms are used to like dressing up, wearing lingerie and heels. Like for dads to do that, they should get like, they should get a little lenience on
Yeah.
the judging because
It's definitely more work, right?
for sure. And it's like harder and just all of it. Just like being in the mindset and wearing the clothes and then having, like it's just a lot. It's like a lot. I don't know.
And it was
Makeup.
cute too. I still have been thinking about it a lot because Anya's dad, she said that she didn't have a relationship with her dad because he was in prison for robbing banks when she was younger. And he is like so sweet and like supportive and like such a nice guy. And I'm like, I'd love seeing that, like the turnaround, and it's like an important message. Like, all because someone has messed up in their past doesn't mean they need to be written off forever,
That is
because
so true.
Anya's dad is so sweet and like so likable. And he, did the crime, he did the time, and now he's like reformed. And he's like making jokes. He's like, his drag name maybe should be Rob a Bank.
I'm dead. Was that the drag name?
That's not what they
Wait,
went
did he
with.
rob banks? Is that what he did?
Yeah.
That's such a crazy crime. That's so how?
I know, like, how do you do that?
Did he do it by himself?
I didn't look
can't
into the
imagine like
logistics.
going into a
but
bank and robbing. Like it seems like a fake crime that
I
people
know,
don't
like,
do.
how do you even do that? I don't know, but I mean,
he's
it's
good. Yeah.
I like that. I don't know, like they showed it and that Anya was like so transparent, like he did this, but they were still like sweet and
She didn't choose him as her dad, and you
Yeah.
gotta just like. But the fact also too that you can like go and like you said, be a changed person. People do change, and people don't want. People will always like we want people to change and hold people accountable, and then they change like, but you still did this.
Yeah.
and this. Not Morgan Wallen, who's doing 1724, being a menace.
Every year or something.
Yeah, 2021, 2024. It's like okay, we get it, but like yeah, if you mess up in your life and you're trying to change,
Yeah.
people don't want to see it sometimes.
And it was very sweet because he was just like so supportive and like happy to be there with Anya. And I love that the parents were supportive.
I love her. Anya Nerve is from Cleveland, Ohio.
I know. I was saying maybe if you
Get
had
your
Anya,
tickets. Anya, do you want to open up? Girl, please.
if you're in town, hometown show.
Would love hometown show. Me and Anya, just Cleveland girls. I love it. Every time I hear anyone from Cleveland, I'm always like jarred. I'm like, that's crazy. That's so wild because I think just Steve Harvey. I don't think there's many people from Cleveland. The Paul brothers are from Ohio, but I think they're Cincinnati. Did you watch their show?
No. Have you seen that video of them in Times Square though? I love it.
Okay, I'm trying to like analyze it because obviously people are dogging them for like going to the thing, like hi Times Square, and people are like it's emptier than usual, like there's no one there for them. But Did they tell people they were going to be there? I don't think so. I think if they were like, we're doing an event Times Square, show up, I'm sure people would have showed up. You think they told people and no one showed up? Because they buy all the fights. They listen to Impulsive like no one? I don't know. I think it's like my shows where they troll, you know? Because they have fans. They have like so many, like they have a ton of people that buy it. There's just no way. People fall for it. You fell for the Camila Cabello one too. You're like, look, there's no one there.
It is true. I am quick to fall for those things, especially when I don't hate seeing that, you know?
Yeah,
the humbling moments. Either way, it was funny. I laughed about it.
What happened in the video?
They were doing promo for their new Max show, their whatever reality show about their lives, and they come out in Times Square. And what is it? It's like this building, like right in the middle of Times Square,
like where the TRL one was. Like it's like a glass building where you can see out.
Oh, no.
And then they're on the microphone, and everyone's like They're like Times Square. How do we do it? And then it's like crickets. It
gave me like what I do at my show vibes. Like that's what it gave me. Because there's just no way they would have showed it that was like real.
That's what they were going for then. Yeah.
I think so. I think it's like to get talked about or something. Because it's just like. They wouldn't have showed it then. It's like Justin Timberlake being like, "Don't film me." You know what I mean? Like it's like giving that. I don't know.
Maybe they were trolling.
Yeah,
they obviously don't care either way. Like they're fine. Like they're making so much money. They're good. But any little humbling, I think, is funny with the Paul brothers. To be honest,
that's true. Max giving them a show is kind of crazy considering they have like White Lotus, Euphoria, like all these big shows. You're like. Paul America?
I forgot that's what it's called.
Awful. It's awful. It's awful. I tried. And I like that they have women in their lives. I like that they're committed. They seem fine. Like Jake Paul's engaged to an Olympic athlete, you know what I mean? And Logan has a baby. But it's like everyone else around them. Like the dad is awful on the show. I don't know if he's like playing an awful character, but it's like he's like the worst human being ever. And then everyone's like, oh, we see why they turned out the way they did. Like the dad is like literally the worst person ever. I'm hoping it's for acting, but why would you want to show that on TV? Like it's just so weird. Then Jake's like sad because he's like talking about how Logan is like this. He's always been like this like sociopath that's always just been mean to me for no reason.
What?
Like yeah, it's like really weird. It's such a weird show. I'm like, well, this is. Then the mom's just there with like. No one respecting her. I was like, this whole thing is like weird. Nina's there while everyone's fighting and yelling at each other, and she's just like, oh, like I don't know. The whole thing is, who gave them that show is crazy. He had to convince her. He does this whole PowerPoint presentation to convince Nina to be on a reality show. She's like, I would have done. Yeah, all he ever wanted to be was a reality show, TV star. That's all Logan wanted to be.
Logan?
Yeah, and so he sits her down and does a PowerPoint presentation and was like. This is why I need you on the show. Like I can't do a show by myself. I need you. And Nina was like, I was trying to get out of the spotlight. Like I was trying like done with it all. Like I'm trying to like live a normal life. And then she's like, well, I fell in love with Logan. And so then I was like, okay, I agreed to do this, but it doesn't make anyone look good. So I don't know what's happening. I'm not even a hater. I'm truly not a hater. I was like, oh, they're kind of fascinating sometimes to me. I'm like, he's a good wrestler. They're kind of interesting. They make all this money boxing and stuff, but it fell flat for me if I'm giving a critic's review. And I love a good reality show. I'm all about it. But this one, I think I'd rather watch the D'Amelios.
I was going to say, I think you like the D'Amelio show more.
I'd rather them just like lay around, talk about Dixie's back hurting. I'd rather watch that than this. You know? It was bad. But I guess that's what you expect for reality TV is trash.
Yeah.
Not that they're trash. But the show's
the quality
trash.
of the show.
Yeah,
yes,
it's very not up to par. It's no gigolos, you know. I think that was on Max, and I like that show. Although I think I don't know live someone off that show. So yeah. Because my sister just told us. She came in. My sister's show, my mom coded. It was like vibes are high, ready for the show. Oh, did you hear that gigolo unalived one of his clients? I was like, okay, like the vibe just went down. I know. I was like, oh. Then she like goes into details. Like, okay, that's actually sad, but I'm not a true crime girly, as we know. But
well, you did have a true crime era, and you do listen to
me.
Yes, because I'm a Trish historian, and you did have a true crime phase.
When? I believe you, but when?
Probably like 20. It was when Glee was on, because I remember you were watching true crime YouTube videos, and then you watched Glee at night.
I probably just lied about watching true crime.
It was in your YouTube, like you didn't even talk about it. It was like in your YouTube like history, like you showed your screen.
You zoomed in?
Yes. and you were watching true crime, and you listened to the Rotten Mango, or what is it called?
Oh yes, Rotten Mango. Was I listening to Stephanie Sue, or was it like
No, it was pre Stephanie Sue, because this was like it was like 20 like 20. When was Glee on even?
But I would guess there was
2013.
like a specific story about some specific.
There was a few different true crime. Really? I guess maybe you were on
because you always like about like Playboy girls that things happen, like famous people that.
I'm trying to think. Maybe I did watch. Yeah, I think maybe there was a point. Maybe I was interested in it, but I think it was giving me weird vibes. Probably because I was a paranoid person. I had like so many alarm systems when I had like one door, and I had like 5,000 alarms. Yeah, I believe you. I don't remember when. There's too many eras. Kind of rings a bell. Even sometimes on TikTok, I will like see a true crime and like watch it, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go past it. But then it keeps like recommending more true crime, and I was like, I don't want to watch this. It's scary. I don't like the true crime era, but I will listen to Stephanie Sue. I like her voice. I wish she talked about something happier.
Else.
Yeah, I can only watch that in like little increments. I need to watch it. I haven't been in the car in a while, so I haven't been listening to podcasts lately. But
no
who
views.
just started a podcast? No, and my life is better for it. I think I was spiraling a little bit when I was listening to that. They just started giving repeat. I don't know if I told you, but I think I told you. They just like put like throwback Thursday episodes up every week. It's like old episodes from like 3 years ago. Like, hey guys, enjoy this throwback. I was like, what the hell is this scam?
I didn't know that existed in podcasting.
I know. It's like an old podcast from like 4 years ago. I was like, how lazy. How lazy. You have 40 minutes once a week. You have 40 minutes you have to talk. Like, how
This is us when we were younger, 2 years ago.
It's the most bizarre thing. So anyways, I stopped listening, but also I was like, that's crazy. It's crazy. We love a 30-minute podcast like JoJo Siwa. Did you see? She was at a trans visibility event, wasn't she?
Oh, she's at the GLAAD Awards.
She wore something like...
She had...
I saw a new haircut.
Yeah, she had like her hair done, and I think it was in the trans colors, I want to say. But she was everywhere because she was at the Billboard serving different looks. She did the GLAAD Awards. She had like the whole rainbow-inspired look. And then the Billboard Women in Music Awards, she was like a Chanel blazer, like a Chanel suit kind of moment.
Yeah,
and she
totally
was glam. Yeah, so she is a little chameleon. That
Fun
JoJo.
fact: my dancer on my tour, Zantino, was in the Karma's video, and he does the dance for us every time. I love it so much. It's a crazy dance. Did you know the T? I don't know if it's T. I think it's like public, but that choreographer was Lady Gaga's choreographer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then Lady Gaga fired him.
Oh.
And he was like a choreographer for a long time. And like, not to say the two are hand in hand, but like right after that, she like fired him.
Oh.
He also choreographed Trevi's video for Echo.
Oh, iconic.
Yeah. And that's the most iconic.
Echo. I forget the rest.
Yeah,
but...
how is it? What? God, I used to love, Shane used to love this song too.
I wanna be your echo, na 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 na. Right?
Yeah.
Na, na. Hope we don't get copyright.
Yeah, that sounded just like it. I did like it. Yeah, well, because I think Shane dressed as Trevi in the Echo music video at my 2015 Halloween party.
Oh, very specific costume.
It was very specific. I was Glinda actually from Wicked back then. Oh, 2015. Where were you in 2015?
Where was I in 2015? I was working at NBC, right?
You still do, don't you? Isn't it ET NBC?
CBS.
Oh.
Yeah, same old, same.
Kind of all the same. They
the
all
same
blend into each other, right?
Did you see this video of Jessica Simpson drinking snake sperm?
Is this real?
It's real.
April Fools.
And maybe you need to look into this because she said she's drinking this Chinese herbal tonic and she looked at the ingredients and she said it has snake sperm in it and it's really good for your voice and your vocal cords. She said it's like a honey. She said if you want a good vocal, you got to drink snake sperm.
Where's she getting the sperm?
That is what I'm curious about. She says it's a Chinese herbal cocktail and snake sperm is one of the ingredients.
But I don't get it. Is it like real sperm or is it just like they're just calling it that?
I was trying to find articles to see if they could find the actual product. No one has found the actual product, and there's like she didn't show a brand in the video.
I think this is another troll that you're falling for.
Another like chicken of the sea moment. I don't know.
Yeah, it's also like how can a snake consent to like giving his sperm?
Yeah, I was thinking like how do you drop the snake? I was thinking about that.
Someone did it without asking. This is fake news too. I think there's a lot of fake news. I think you're doing a lot of April Fool's jokes today. And
don't blame me, blame Jessica Simpson.
Where did you see this? I want to blame the source.
She posted on her Instagram. Literally, it's a reel on her Instagram. I'm drinking snake sperm.
I think Instagram needs to go away. Instagram's the best. Is Justin Bieber's Instagram back up or is it deactivated? I think this is like the root of everyone's problems.
Please,
like,
what would you do without Instagram?
You know what? I could live, honestly.
You think?
Yeah, I post my tour photos here and there, but I think I'm a TikToker through and through.
But you love a photo dump.
I do love a photo dump, but...
And you love a pregnancy photo shoot, and then an anniversary photo shoot, and a random photo shoot, and a cosplay.
Definitely the photo
I don't know
shoot.
why you're
But I
acting
put it
like...
on TikTok. Okay, certain celebrities. Morgan Wallen shouldn't have an Instagram. Justin Bieber. Maybe if you're A-list. If you're not a social media influencer, don't have an Instagram. Because it seems like they get themselves in trouble, right? Like Justin Bieber is so talented, so wonderful. And it's like, maybe he's fine, maybe he's not. But people are speculating because of what he posts. Same thing with Jessica Simpson. Like, we would think like, okay, maybe she's okay, but then she posts this Morgan Wallen. We wouldn't have thought much of it, but then he's like off to God's country, and like, what the hell are you on? You know what I mean? Like, they open up the doors for speculation. I do a cute pregnancy post. If she does that, that's cute. She posted her daughter Birdie having a birthday. That's cute. But posting that in the story,
everyone in the comments loved it. Everyone's like, "Oh, we need Jessica back on reality TV. It's giving Newlyweds like Chicken of the Sea vibes." Everyone was like thinking it was fun and quirky.
She's being cute.
Yeah,
all right, if she's being cute and ditzy, I like it.
Yeah, I don't think it was like a.
But then you're influencing people to go drink it. Like you're like, oh, you should try and drink some sperm from
It's
snake.
good, if you're gonna sing like Jessica Simpson, maybe give it a whirl.
All right, I can use that. My vocal cords do go sometimes. So.
And you have you are in the Jessica Simpson category. I think like you have similar tones. You do a really good Jessica Simpson like impersonation when you sing. You do the.
Watching in slow motion, and I turn around and say,
See.
My love, take my breath away.
So I think if she's drinking snake sperm.
I would do anything Jessica Simpson said. Honestly, she's like, let's like jump off a bridge and be like, okay, Jessica, I do love her. I guess I can say it now. There was a time where her people reached out to have her on the podcast. I don't know what happened. I know.
Maybe follow up. I think she's doing because she just released a EP of music. She's getting back in the scene.
I would die if Jessica Simpson came on here because she is like. To me, she is pretty close to Britney. Like, Britney is kind of like untouchable, but Jessica was like, I kind of wanted to be her more than Britney. Mm-hmm. Like, she was relatable.
More, yes, I was going to say. Mm-hmm. Like, Britney was like just on such a pedestal, but Jessica was like, Jessica made herself she's like, in a way, like the original YouTuber because of the reality show vibe, you know? And
you got to watch a relationship, and then like, growing up, like maturing is like, oh my God, he was awful to her because everyone thought like, oh my God, how does he put up with Jessica? But then now you watch it and you're just like, he was such an he was so awful. I was just like, yeah, justice for Jessica. I love her so much. Oh my God, if she ever want to come on the podcast, I've reached out. I did reach out a few times after. This was like when we first started, like 2023, like the fall of that year. Mm-hmm. I remember I was so excited, and we went back and forth and what we could discuss, what we could not. And then I don't know if I guess her book was already out, maybe I just bought the book at the time because I was like, oh, I want to read everything about her. I do everything. I don't know. She might be a hard one. I don't know. That would be a hard one to interview because I'd be so nervous. Also, like she's so pretty and she like is what I want to look like, and that would be so hard. But I don't know, maybe I'll do it.
I think you would slay.
I'm in my confidence era. I think so. Okay,
confidence activist.
Until I get my weight loss surgery, and then it's like that. I'm here to be the activist for confidence and for fat. It kind of goes hand in hand. I think if you're fat and you put yourself on camera, you're just automatically a confident activist. Like, look good for her, not hiding in the dungeon. I always get those comments. It's so funny.
Oh my God.
I was like, thanks. They're like, you're out there doing it. I was like, I don't know. I'm just kind of existing, but I'm here for you.
I guess if you're not wearing like a bag like potato sack, then it's like, she's so
right. Today it's a little bit, but I am showing
tour,
thighs.
Yes.
Oh, on tour.
Yeah, like you do. And
catch me in the
even
sexy.
Last week, you had like a little crop top, or like
on the show.
Yeah, or like it was buttoned up to here and then your belly.
I think it just wasn't big
confident.
enough. Oh, that was a mistake. That was definitely not big enough for me.
Well, you made it seem like it was on purpose.
Thank you. That's also just showing a belly. I was like, look at my pregnant belly, even though it's not just a belly at this point. Oh man, we love it all. Oh, my back. Oh, your back. How's your back?
Hanging in there.
Okay, my back too. Yeah, maybe you just like get older and your back just hurts. How's
your
back?
Well, you're pregnant. That has a lot to do with it.
I mean,
right?
not that pregnant yet. People always say that, and it's like, okay, I'm only in like six months. I feel like 9 months.
6 months is a long time.
You're technically pregnant like 10 months.
True.
You know what I mean?
So you're 60%.
That's good math.
Yeah. That was easy, but
60%. I know. It's it's here. We're chugging along. How's your back?
Good. I mean, I have to really be mindful, picking up the kids all the time.
Yeah, you do sometimes have a back problem, huh?
I think it was very specifically from like when you sit on the bed and you feed the baby, like something about that angle. So when I stopped doing that,
Yeah. Oh, that hunched over. Yeah, that's.
something about the mattress sitting like that. But once you're mindful about how you move.
And a big story that's been coming out is Drew and Enya from Emergency Intercom have been really going through it, which is news to me because I always saw them as like unproblematic faves. Like I'm like, everyone kind of loves them, right?
Yeah.
But they're
the news for not something good.
Yes, it was so shocking to me. And it's kind of been all over TikTok. It's been all over Twitter.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen it.
You've seen
Oh,
it?
yeah. Well, Moses sees everything.
He's on the beat. He already knows about it. Didn't tell me.
Wait, Moses, I want you to see it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not gonna.
I want to know.
You say it.
Okay, so let's see. People framed it as like, this is what happened when people moved to LA.
Oh no.
It's like, because they usually talk about their personal life, tell stories, but now they're like have to censor a lot of their stories because it involves somebody famous or somebody that they can't talk about. And then Greta.
Yeah, Greta Thunberg.
She's an activist, and lately she's been talking about everything that's going on, also like Palestine, all kind of stuff. So she's, she's out there, and so they decided to criticize her for some reason.
No.
So I was like, why?
She is like, and
It's like a child star in activism.
Yeah.
She was the one that stood in front of the UN and told them like, you stole my dreams and you stole my, like
At 12 or what?
she was young.
a teenager at least, yeah. And she, I think you just can't. I know they were trying to be like cutesy and joke about her, but she's kind of the real deal. Like she's not an influencer, not like a reality star or anything. Like she's an actual activist who puts her life on the line. Like she's literally on the front
She'll
lines, getting
protest,
arrested.
get arrested, yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Stuff
She
like that.
really talks the talk, walks the walk. So they were making a joke about like, what happened to Greta? She kind of fell off, and then they were talking about Malala. She got shot in the head and then she became like a cultural
survived
icon.
it.
Yeah.
She survived it.
And what did they say about her?
She also fell off.
Or like that she's not her. Or like there was just, I don't know, it was a weird.
It was a weird bit.
What did you get? Okay, did
But
you
also-
get serious vibes or did you get like, okay, we're trying to be fun. We're trying to be funny.
I think they were doing a bit,
Okay.
but it just came across insensitive.
Have
Yeah.
they apologized as of now?
The episode came out 3 days ago. It's gotten a lot of backlash from their listeners because this was also like after a month-long break. Like they haven't posted in a month, so this was their big return.
Oh no.
So it was even more of like, what is going
Trying
on?
to be edgy.
Yeah, I'll play a little bit of the clip now for context, and then we'll edit it in.
Okay. Who was saying the most?
Drew, this is one of Drew's hot topics.
Okay.
You know who else fell the off? You know who else fell off? Greta Thunberg. That is in the gutters. Like, sorry. Like, literally.
Like, why didn't LOGAN use her? But poor girl, she was fighting for a cause that she felt so strong for.
I think
but
she's
like,
still fighting for it, but in like 20 years she'll probably
fighting where? Because I don't see her.
That's crazy. Yikes.
I know. It's just in this time, this political climate. I just think that was something.
Let's stick with the Marc Jacobs collab.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
The phone case, the little cute phone
Oh my
case that's
God,
like
you're
Pokemon.
right.
Like that's what we need to stick with. The I'm sorry
I
campaigns.
forgot. Yes, and I do feel for them though because yes, that was like an ignorant thing to say. Like it was a bad take, right? It was a bad take, but.
Yeah.
I think everyone is like really jumping on like the canceled like bandwagon, you know? Like it's not like they're terrible people. I think just like worded things poorly and could be educated on this specific thing more.
What was people's biggest thing for them? Like was it to cancel them or was it like
The thing is with Greta, for example, like, when she was a child and talked about certain things, people, really put it mainstream. But then when she actually started talking about things more serious, suddenly they started suppressing her speech. So it's not like she fell off. She actually became even more, like what she said actually mattered more. So that's why she was more suppressed.
she was silenced, not silent?
Yeah. So their view about it, and also like this is their side, this is their team. Like, why are you punching down on
they're on the same political
I
sides.
assume they're liberal and to some degree, on that side of things. So anyway, so it just seems like odd. Why do you punch down on somebody that's like in our
we're all
team,
on the same team,
and it's being suppressed, and it's not a joke. It's serious what she's talking about.
Yeah, so I think it could just be like a little learning moment for them. They haven't addressed it yet because the episode just went up 3 days ago, and they've just been getting like all the backlash from it.
But you think? Oh my god! I think as soon as you see like backlash after like 2 days, I think it's like I need to address it right now.
I know, maybe it's just
Even
like a
on
little
TikTok.
Instagram story or something. I don't know.
A note on Twitter, a little Twitter note.
Notes
You know
out,
what I mean?
yeah.
Because I mean that's pretty. Yeah, that's like a lot.
Yeah, especially they're not really known for controversy. Like
Yeah, that's kind of odd. I wonder why. But like I said, maybe they're just trying to be like edgy. It's also like a weird thing to think about. Like, why did they think about that? Like, I don't know. It's just like a weird hot
I know,
topic.
and I know their humor is very like off color, and it's
Well, that's
a little
crazy, especially with the edits in there. I was just like,
yeah, it's just one of those things.
sort of for being like dragged away and
Yeah.
stuff.
Somebody was saying that when you're, when a podcast is, you're there to talk and say stuff. And when you don't have stuff to say and you
Yeah.
start bringing whatever other ideas and thoughts into your hot topics, then sometimes it gets mixed up. And I'm like, people like their personality and their personal life and the way they walked about life. And then suddenly their life changed. So now what do you talk about? What do you do bits about? What do you...
Yeah.
And that happens to a lot of people.
Not to go back to Remy Jo Bader, but it was kind of like her too. People were literally like, she's on a Kardashian podcast and she's getting brand deals, but that you do lose a little bit of that. But I don't think everybody does. I don't think everybody.
It's okay
loses.
to grow, but when you grow, sometimes it just shows a little bit of who are you? What are you doing?
Yeah, and with them, they were kind of like, I feel, I don't know if it was by design, but they fell into like, they were like the subversive, like almost the counter influencer. Like you have like the Tannas of the world who are very much the typical influencer, like unapologetically the influencer lifestyle. And they were like the subversive counter to that, where they were just like the girls on the outside, So I think they also have that. But then now they are mainstream, like they're in fashion campaigns, they're friends with celebrities, they do these big like trips and vacations, and they make good money. It's almost like the Emma Chamberlain thing, because she was the relatable quirky girl, and then now she's the Louis Vuitton fashion girl,
right?
friends with like Kylie Jenner and stuff. So you kind of lose the relatable thing, and that like switch is hard to maneuver. They will, because Emma did it, but
did she? Because now people are like, oh, this coffee is not worth it. You know what I mean? I think we gotta stay where we're at. We can't be friends with any famous people, because
that's your advice.
once that happens, no, you and me, we stay here. We always aspire to be friends with celebrities.
That's true. Sydney Sweeney, I'm sorry, I can't be.
I know. I don't think so. Who was talking to me? Oh, in the car today, we were coming back from the airport, and they're like, oh my God, we want to go to Neon Carnival. How do you get in it? I'm like, I don't know. Like, you could get in it. I'm like, honestly, I can't get in anything. I've never been invited to Coachella. I went one year, couldn't even get into any parties. Like, I'm not that person. This is not me trying to be the opposite of Drew and Enya here, but but I'm also fat. And so I'll just stay in this lane. You know what I mean? I think if people want to, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think people cheer you on, when you're like mid. Like I always say this, like Broadway. Like everyone sees, oh, she's not a great singer, but we love her for the attempt is great, and thank you. But then when you are like beautiful and getting everything in life, people are more like, you know what I mean? They're like, okay, we don't want to see it. Like if I was skinny and all the time I'm getting all these campaigns, people are like, oh, we don't want to see it.
Yeah.
But fat Trish getting the campaign, we love to see it. Anyways, sorry to make it about myself again, but this one seems like a joke that
didn't land well.
Yeah.
It didn't come across to me as this is what they firmly think. I think they just didn't. The idea and the joke or the bit, whatever it was just half baked. And I think presented with the information to be like, y'all are right. That's just what I mean, it's hard to say when they haven't responded, but what I think from what I know about them as a casual listener, like Moses said, they're on the same side. Like they believe the same thing. But honestly, when they left Tiny Meat Gang, like after the Tana stuff, I feel like that showed a lot about their character. Like they just got this big, beautiful set, up the production, and then they didn't agree with, the company morally because of Cody Ko. So they walked away from that big deal, probably lost money, So I don't think they're bad people. Like,
okay, they did something bad. They need to learn from it.
I think that's what people want, accountability.
They're either going to learn from it and we're going to move on, which is great. Everyone learns. Everyone sees what happened. More people talk about Greta,
Yeah, team.
Or they don't. And they're like, okay, I'm just not going to be interested in you anymore and move on. But it's it's not.
But I think people just want them to address it, and I think the problem is they're not addressing it like quick enough. And I think you should address things when something you upset an audience
I think they're amateurs that are growing, right? They haven't.
They are.
I don't think they.
For a while.
Right, but you never really know what it feels like to be in the hot water like that and how to address it. They're not big enough to have a whole PR team and people that tell them, this is what you do, this is what you're going to say, go to the camera and read this. So I think they're probably anxious right now and trying to figure it out. And hopefully they'll do the right thing to make people understand and believe them.
Cut that part of the podcast, maybe. How long is their podcast? How do they long to their podcast?
It was an hour. And that was the other thing, too, is that a lot of their fans are like they're upset with them because they feel like they came back to do it, but they were kind of like dragging their feet to do it is how they are that's how they're perceiving it. Like they came and they were just kind of like doing it because they had ads that they had to do.
They had ad reads in
whatever.
it?
Yeah, they had 4.
Ooh, in an hour-long podcast. Gotta give a little... Okay, views.
Oh.
They have bloody ads. They have other people reading ads. They're reading ads. I'm like, it's literally a 35-minute podcast. And literally, I'm not kidding you. I bet there's like 15 minutes of ads. Maybe 10. Let me not be crazy.
That's why it's safer doing the Throwback Thursday.
You
know that episode was not canceled. Like what you said is safe.
We're gonna start doing that on this channel. Let's throw back. You
Well, we
react
can
to our
start
first
reacting.
episode. That's crazy. From like 2 years ago. I'm like reacting to our first episode. I want to see it. I'll watch it. I like them, but yeah.
Me too. I like them a lot, and I mean, we'll see how they respond. It like their first big scandal. It's hard, and especially it's just so loud. Like the all the commentary TikToks are like getting so many views and all the comments. They had to limit their Instagram comments.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Once you know you got to limit the comments. I think that's when you have to say something. Because we always do too. Like, okay, is this a thing? Am I going to talk about it? Well, you know me, I'll just talk about anything. If I see one with like 2 likes, I'm like, we need to talk about this. You know what I mean? I've been getting better at it. But like, I think if you have to disable your comments, I think it's time to put out a statement. And it's like kind of sus they haven't. Because a statement's a statement. You don't need a PR person to tell you to say sorry. Be like, this was a bad joke.
A lot of people do though. Like, I mean, there's the yous of the world that can just whip it up. Like, you're quick to be like let me take it. But
yeah,
a lot of the YouTubers, especially the ones that have the brand, like they have the connections, they have the brand deals. They're like in the mainstream. It's like a constant back and forth. I guarantee you right now, there's people saying, just ignore it, keep it moving. And then there's other people being like, no, you have to address it. Because I've gone through it with other YouTubers and like it's like a week or 2 weeks of back and forth with different people telling them what to do. And it can cause like a lot of anxiety and stuff too. Yeah. So
Does any of them know how to play a ukulele?
Good point. I feel like Drew has a lot of skills. I feel like he has a lot of weird skills. So I feel like he can probably do a ukulele moment. Don't you think? I feel like he can play the ukulele.
I agree.
Pull it out of his fake working and start playing the ukulele. Give us something. But
that's
I
so
would like
funny.
to see it in a song format.
I believe in them. I'm rooting for them. I hope. Right?
Yes.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. I'm like, where did this go?
Oh, the ukulele threw you off?
I think everything.
The whole thing. It's sad.
It is late.
Because when I saw it on TikTok, I was like, what's happening? Like, I didn't believe that was even happening. And it's just sad,
Yeah, because I never associate with anyone being mad at them. So I was like, oh.
Well, that's even worse too, yeah.
Yes.
When no one's ever mad at you. I'm just used to everyone being mad at me.
Tana kind of ate with cancel. They're just like, because, she be saying some off-the-cuff things sometimes. Yeah. But she's quick with the TikTok. I'm sorry, shouldn't have said it.
For sure. I think that's the way to go.
Yes.
I think that's what you do. But
the bar is also lower for her because, her podcast is canceled. So that's the golden ticket. You keep the bar low, and then anytime you rise above, everyone's like, yes.
Yeah. We've all been there.
Well... On that note.
That's it. I love you guys. It's been a long day, but don't worry. I'm going to bring my A game. I'm on the Eras of Trish tour. I'm unstoppable. I'm going to do a world tour next.
Unstoppable today. The Sia song. I'm unstoppable. I'm with Mercedes with no brakes. Unstoppable today.
Oh my God. Someone should investigate her. What do you mean a Mercedes with no brakes?
I did not get the lyrics right. There. Whatever.
She had a baby named Somersaults and no one's talking about it. She just had her. I don't know what baby, but how come no one makes fun of her names? Everyone comes for ours. Ours are actual names of people. Anyways, shout out to Somersault. Shout out to Kathy Griffin, who hosts Sia at dinner parties. Kathy Griffin wants to hang out with me. She DM'd me again. If you want to hang out.
I love Kathy Griffin.
I do too. I'm gonna hang out with her and Sia. Then we can sing that song. I'm unstoppable. Oh, she just had a baby. We should actually talk to her, Sia. Maybe they could be friends with our baby.
Yeah, T.
We need more baby friends. All right. That's it. Sorry. Love you guys. Moses, do you want to add anything? Another reference from 2023?
No, I just did like Studio. Go watch it.
Oh. I think he's getting sponsored. I
By
feel like he's
Apple
getting
TV.
No, 'cause
like
I read
weird.
the second episode was really
You
something.
accuse everyone of being an ad, like Meghan Trainor with nads. Meanwhile,
She
you're
was
throwing in the most
reading a
random
script.
shows.
She was reading a script. We're
He's
talking
getting
entertainment
paid.
here.
Okay.
We're-
That's it. Bye.